No, it seems like I gotta restart it. Oh, we're back up. Alright. Sorry about the small issue. I had to fucking switch over to the other internet because I kept getting fucking jumps. Well, I can deal with the other ones. I can't deal with these if they're this frequent. I need to... music.
We're not gonna like live on it to his daughter or anything.
Apologies, it seems I got whisked away by the ether or something. Totally didn't just wander off because I zoned out.
Totally. Anyway, who do you think we should talk to first?
Ah, not a clue. I'm very interested in talking with Miss Astor. She said she was on the other side of that portal, so her testimony might be very interesting.
That's right. Yes, that would be a very enlightening conversation. But I do believe she's in the middle of a conversation with Ryder.
The extravagance with tend to explain things.
And I think that one is has some knowledge on it. They're with the Ironworks, and I was told to talk to them. That'd also be a good one.
True.
Everyone!
Guys.
Hi.
Guys. Everyone.
So, I need you guys to do me a favor. I am doing you all a kindness by doing this on my end, so that way the anger ball that is Luluma at the moment stays up in her tower, where you are all safe. If you were at Foundation during the most recent jailbreak, I want you over here. If you were not, I want you over there.
Well, time to move my happy ass.
We'll draw on a commission, so...
Thanks for the drink.
Yeah, no,
We're heading over here.
Alright.
I am going to tell you what I was told. And I just need someone to tell me that this was a lie. And that everything was fine. We got a report last night. Me and Luluma doing some paperwork. We're gonna call it early. We were excited. To which then we get a royal messenger directly from Foundation, informing us that we then had to travel overnight to Foundation to speak to the guard captain and the angriest woman I've ever met about, and I want to make sure I get my words right, a man who had just recovered from being controlled by a primal, then being tortured on the ground to the point where he died, followed by his wife being assaulted by a man who looks like a large demon. Anybody want to tell me that this is all a lie?
I didn't see any of that.
Well,
I didn't.
In my defense,
Oh.
Said tortured? On the ground?
Yes.
Excuse me?
He was kicked,
What?
he was beaten, he was stepped on by multiple people.
So none of that.
but wait, none of that
As far as I'm aware,
No, none of that happened.
as far as I'm aware, that guy was on the ground succumbing to his injuries after having had fighting all of us off while being, you know, tempered.
So he was not kicked. He was not stepped
No.
on.
No.
Nothing of
No.
the sort.
No.
I don't recall the woman being assaulted.
Alright, I have multiple guards telling me. Multiple. And these people aren't blind. They're not stupid. I need to understand where the de facto situation's coming from. Because at first, we were excited, right? Save the day, things were good. And then now I'm getting reports. And this woman, by the way, is going above and beyond. We had to stay up all night long to get her to a point where maybe she won't go around the entirety of Foundation calling you all murderers. I was told she was screamed at. I was told she was pushed away.
Man.
Don't believe anyone pushed her away, however.
No one pushed her.
I did see
I
the
don't-
screaming.
I
Yeah, no
had
one-
no
she didn't
involvement
get
in
pushed.
this whatsoever.
Yes, there was screaming.
I think I was
and
actually
there was a
talking to
lot
you
of-
when this might have been happening. Because the last thing I remember was him
I
being
was-
in his demon form.
Are you raising your hand?
No, sorry, my trackers are acting up, sorry.
I was about to say, you guys are adults, you can just talk. It's okay. I'm not your teacher. I'm angry, but it's not your teacher.
As far
So can
as
someone
I'm
at
aware,
least... So, go ahead.
because I remember I was fighting that guy off, and when he went down, he mentioned something about his wife. Okay, so I was like, okay,
I can confirm.
you know,
Mm.
I did not realize that he was actually just fucking dying on the ground there. I thought he was just, you know, couldn't fight anymore. Okay, so I walked off for maybe 5 minutes, went to check on everybody else, came back around and saw the wife, understandably, completely over the fucking pale,
Livid.
and Ryder trying to talk her down, trying to explain the situation. Unfortunately, him being him, and he was in his, you know, his big demon form, very temperamental, so they got into a screaming match. But I do not think, and I'm pretty sure I
No.
didn't see him, like, physically push back in any way. Maybe he, like, kind of had his hands out in front of,
At no
front of
point
him.
in time
trying
did
to
she
tell her,
lay,
"Hey,
or did he
we
lay a
couldn't-
finger on her?
No,
That
he
much
did
I
not
can
lay
vouch for.
hands. He probably like stepped
can
back
confirm that
after
as well.
he raised his voice. He just stepped back, I believe.
And there were a few guards there that also saw the whole thing, and so the fact that now we're getting this whole like fucking I don't know what we would call it, this pushback from the wife when the guards were right there. And they
Yeah,
saw just
respectfully,
as much
the
as we
guards
did.
could be annihilated by any of you if you winked funny. There's a reason why the guards tend to stay quiet and stay in their lane and then report this stuff to the guard captain.
Did they say what sort of? You said they were tortured. Did they say what sort of things were done? I saw the body.
Specifically that he was kicked, that he was stepped on, and then no one even eased his pain as he died.
Hmm.
That's
That
no
seems.
fault. I can say for myself.
Every last bit of it.
And
He was one of the tempered. Who's to say he didn't sustain a lot of those injuries during the fighting itself?
Hmm. He definitely had signs
Are we
of
talking
bludgeoning.
about the
Easily
one
saw
in
this.
silver
One
armor?
of our number tried to ease his suffering, yes, but based on my estimates, he was long gone before then. There was no saving him, only easing his suffering by trying to help him along at that point.
Alright.
Or
What
pins
about
to
the
the
yelling
head.
at the wife? Tell me that.
That much.
I think the yelling of the wife was an unfortunate escalation from
I'm
her own
asking the man who
hysterics.
did it.
I'm gonna go talk to Luluma about this. Take on it.
No. First off, everyone's account is correct.
I need you to come here and talk to me. I can't hear you over there.
Apparently, since she's an angry.
First off, everyone's account is correct. I laid no hands on her in means of an assault. But I was trying to calm her down.
By screaming
My
at her.
heart...
Fat lot of good that did.
Yeah.
In another form that probably was not assisting in the situation of calm. Give me some here. Come on.
Usually happens in the primal, you know, or
Because you don't have to deal with this. We did. In front of all those guards. Who we had to try, by the way. God knows if it even worked. And get them to understand that we are going to help clean up the mess. And help reduce the problem. Because she is going crazy across that fucking place. She even slapped the hell out of me.
I could ask.
Of course, that got her a bit of jail time, but that just be how it is.
higher vanguard being able to.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Nabothgar,
It's not exactly good.
Aster
So-
has a question.
Answer.
When this conversation was had, was any attempt made to call forth Sir Ryder so he could speak on his own behalf rather than having you represent him in front of these people? Someone who was not fully
They-
appraised of the situations, as you've said
They
yourself.
asked for both. They asked for both of us. At least at first, to at least get a groundwork of the situation. Speak to the actual guard captain, and then he was the one who was then saying that he would have wanted all of us to be there and talk to them. We told them not at the moment, because everybody was going crazy at the time. They're still waiting for a final report. Which is why I'm speaking to you here. And not letting that come out of the tower just yet.
Gotcha. But the screaming did happen. It was my attempt at calming her down. She wasn't listening to me. I told her that
I need...
by the time that we tried to get healing to him, it was too late.
Wounds were too deep.
Okay. I need you to understand that there are vanishings happening all over Eorzea. Everyone is panicking. Everyone is freaking. We had a situation where in almost an instant, we had people being tempered. Everyone is getting scared, and now a bunch of these people are dead, many of which are actually going to be released soon. It's not on all of you. Although apparently some were alive, some were dead. So, respectfully, some people need to stop doing finishing moves against tempered people. I saw at least like 3 bodies that were gored. So, maybe we think of who we're fighting or the situation that's happening, but I can't yell at you all for that. I shouldn't. I won't. But yelling at that wife was not good, man. Because these are people who live there, they know each other, they trust each other. A lot of people aren't happy. They're happy you saved them, not happy of the extra bits. They're worried that, you know, adventurers are bloodthirsty, and they're here to kill. And considering these Rangers of Light are out there doing also our job, does not help. I'm going to talk to Laluma as best I can. I need you all to do me a favor. If you decide you need to go into the tower and talk to Laluma, you are walking on glass. No yelling, no fighting back, no raising your voice. If she starts fussing or screaming, you listen, then you leave. I cannot save you if she comes down that tower.
Did they do like bruises when they would sense certain things?
That's it.
Sounds like home.
Oh, it is loadable.
God, poor woman.
What I don't get
Situation sparked.
is
Yeah, actually told me a name. Welcome, Maxine. Welcome back.
Yes.
Sorry, shit fucked.
That's nice being
Go on.
I know I was
Why
trying to
wait?
mitigate the damage
Like,
as much as possible than to all of you. Keeping things,
So-
making sure you weren't attacked from
You've
behind.
been busy with the reconstruction and recovery of their people over the past several days. This was a major
And
attack, of
I'm
course.
still
they
a little
were-
bit confused which one we're talking about specifically. Was it the guy in silver armor that kept getting bigger?
No, it's someone
No,
else.
it's the one that was laying on the ground.
When a completely, mostly
Okay.
unknown force using a bunch of tempered soldiers just pulls up into the main center of the of one of the major cities, starts ransacking the place, killing a bunch of people, and start coming
That's
at
not
us.
the point Neb is trying to make. Before in the
Okay.
past, tempering was a severe problem. We had no cure for it. Now we do have a cure. A lot of those people probably could have been saved from it if they were to be kept alive. The simple fact that a lot of people did kill even after they were disposed of, it goes to show just how much people are wanting to take care of these people permanently. The bigger problem here is that that man afterwards, from what it sounds like ultimately, his wife was going into shock, needed somebody to blame. Even if
She
the
was
actions
hysterical,
weren't
very
done
natural.
exactly, it would be extremely natural for someone like that to be in that form of mindset, not only
Exactly.
to blame somebody else for problems that probably never existed, but to continue blaming them. Who's to say she's probably not tempered in some way too? A lot of people got tempered there, and we still don't know the full extent of it either.
That might be going a bit far, but
Hmm.
yes. In situations such as these, if you find
mean-
someone hysterical,
I don't think you can.
it's best to try to act with as much patience as you can, even if what they're saying does not fit the truth. Sometimes the truth is hard. It hurts. Not everybody's ready to accept it at the same time.
Yes.
Especially if her husband was to be released just a few days away.
Semi-tempered or emotional
That's
ways of
one of those, wasn't it?
someone they care for die,
Yeah.
and therefore that is their disturbance slightly tempers them in some sort of way.
Now listen,
Well-
I didn't get the full account of everything was there. I had to run off during the end of that, but
That's still
I want
a
to
dominant
ask this
thinking, though.
here and now.
I'm the spiritual person.
Did
I don't
anybody
understand
do
their-
anything to that man after he was knocked down and was left bleeding? Whether it was
We
healing
try to heal
or
him.
injuries. You tried
Try to heal him.
Yes, there was a few of us who have tried to
I
heal
was
him.
comforting him.
Yes.
All I could do
Unfortunately, his
was
wounds were far too
Listen to
long
his words.
gone.
Unfortunately.
Being said, a kick to the head.
Anybody notice anything after he passed? Anybody else interacting with the body?
I got a
No.
glimpse at the body when
I didn't.
they were bringing the wife over. Looked like bludgeoning injuries, but nothing out of the ordinary for a fight.
Look,
Hold on, right now.
the main thing is right now is that the main thing is right now is life has a funny way of putting puzzle pieces in front of me. That woman more than likely blames me for her husband's death. After all, who would it fall to?
As a last-ditch effort, I tried to exonerate you. I took blame for that woman's husband's murder.
But she
Yes, and
won't
none
see
of them
you.
listen to you.
It's kind
They
of
won't see
puzzling.
you.
Wait. Why
Yes.
would you try to take blame for that?
To an extent, exonerate you. I can't.
No. Why are you taking the blame? If nobody did anything from the report, that means something happened.
Think about it. I did nothing to that man. But
No, but someone
I
did.
know.
Someone definitely
You're
kicked him
good
in the head.
sometimes. I trust you. You know better, of course. You're the warrior of light.
did someone kick him in the head?
Yes, and I was hoping they would speak
I
up.
didn't.
Look, what's done is done. It's better that you speak up now, because if these two come back and find out something, that's even a more world of shit.
Then who kicked him in the head?
Yeah.
Our friend here, who I was hoping would actually speak up about it.
It was a light.
I don't
kick.
mean to call
it
you
wasn't
out,
a
but-
full-on.
Who? Oh, me? The one who fought the guy?
Yes. Yes. After he was down on the
Okay.
ground, I witnessed it. He was unbecoming behavior.
So, I fought him, he went down. I said, okay. Because at that time, when he went down, there were... Well, I'm not sure who was around me at the time. I know a couple of us were. But I ran off when he went down. Overheard him say something about his wife. But I didn't really pay much mind to it because there was still, you know, the big guy who was cutting himself open and turning himself bigger, right? I shifted my focus onto the bigger threat in the area.
It became a life.
And didn't
kicked him in
really
the head before
look
he
back
left.
until... What happened?
You kicked him in the head before you left.
No?
Wait, how did Ryder transform?
I didn't do a damn thing.
I
looked at him and
don't
was like,
think
whatever, I don't have time for it.
I
was
looked
watching
over.
it as it
I didn't see him
happened.
kick him. I looked over. I didn't. Just ran over here, helping us finish up the big guy.
They just kind of look.
Okay, well, either way, whether somebody did or didn't, there's a bigger issue here. Like Neb said, we're on thin fucking ice. That doesn't just go for Lulima, that goes for the people of Ishgard and for the rest of Eorzea, because if this does go out, that the party that's with the Warrior of Light kicked a downed man who just got released from tempering and nearly killed him as well, that's a problem for all of us one way or another. We have to be extremely careful with what we do from now on. Any tempered, any at all, no matter how bad or how loose it is, we have to take it as seriously as possible. We cannot just be taking lies unless it is truly necessary.
Well,
Defend your
good that you
lives, but
say.
try to avoid taking them in the process.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
However, in my experience as an adventurer, in all of my experiences, not just this world, but the next one, life literally has a way of putting a funny thing in front of me. I
What is
imagine
that
this won't
supposed to mean?
What are you talking? And okay.
Basically, what I'm thinking about right now, I just hope I'm wrong about.
Well, with that being said,
What?
Perhaps
Someone else, any?
explain yourself instead of speaking vaguely. Sir Ryder, please.
Sure. Right. I guess I should explain my thought process.
Please.
Yeah.
From the way that woman came at me, I could see it in her eyes, the same look that I've seen in many of my opponent's eyes. This isn't the end.
Are you saying this woman is some sort of enemy of yours, Sir Ryder?
No.
Then what are you?
A sign of anything, or?
I don't know how to
The
explain
situation itself?
it. Yeah, from my experiences, these things have a way of coming around on me. Is what I'm saying.
Yes, that's only natural.
I see.
And
What
wording
happens
past
is
comes
gonna
back
come
to
back to
bite him
bite you in the
slightly.
ass.
just...
I'm sorry?
Huh?
And the wording is saying something that usually happens. Usually it was past, or to now, warrior of light or not. The past will always catch up. It felt familiar in some sort of way. When it comes to things here in Aetherical, from what I've learned so far, whatever's going on here is just starting. It's just part one.
Again, this watch.
No, this has been going on for some time.
This is the first major attack against a known city.
No, it's really not. Attacks by tempering have been happening for nigh on a decade.
But I'm saying the same group. This is the first major attack against the city by the same group that we've been facing for a while now. Disappearances, sure, that's one thing. But these are tempered
Why
coming
does
out of the
that
woodwork and
change
attacking a place.
How we should react
Because
to it.
I'm not saying we should change, but at the same time, this goes to show that they're escalating. Something is forcing these tempered to attack. Not only that, they're also becoming bolder in their
Naturally.
attacks.
That's what they tend to do. That's happened before.
So, let me say
Yeah,
this.
Whatever the case,
tempering, I thought.
we need to provide aid and succor wherever we can.
Right. For the oldest three of us here, includes you, Ryder.
I've been gone for...
As the Warrior of Light Party, we need to do
our best. Take your time. I'll speak with you later, okay?
Yeah. We'll need to do better. Asta,
I've known you're good, so I know I don't have to worry about you. Bella, you're good.
Rest of you,
may need to observe you more. Bella said, we may be on thin ice. I don't believe that. I think we're under the fucking water. We may be on thin ice with the royalists, but the citizens are what matters. And they're putting us head deep. So our best, unfortunately, our best reconciliation effort would be to help them rebuild. And consolidate with any lost loved ones.
Friend or foe, we should try to afford them any kindness we can, whether it's showing hesitation in striking a finishing blow, or applying aid where it wasn't asked for.
If possible, I'd like everybody to start carrying restraint of some kind. Rope, shackles, whatever you can. At least if we do put them down, we can at least restrain them for the time, until they get proper healing.
So if you want to knock out somebody, that's perfectly fine. I think many of you know how to use your weapons. The problem of the matter is some of them were, best way I can word it is finished off, as in they were down and someone decided to jam a weapon into them. And yes, I do in fact have visual of that. In fact, unfortunately, I am now being told certain people are being called. So what I need you guys to do for me, before I am apparently being shown a helmet and multiple other things. I cannot stress to you how hard I am trying to keep you all from getting fucking killed right now. To anyone who is willing to verbally tell me that in fact the man on the floor was not kicked or beaten when he was down, I need you to come up to me and I need you to tell me so I can take down your name. Unless no one is willing.
I was the one of the main ones that fought him. Victor
Okay.
Valkyrian.
Just a moment.
Good. While he does that, let us work on that restraint. We'll start off nice.
Bernard?
Let's please start off with foundation. But if we see you need work, I'm going to tell you we'll probably get you a big armor. Because they need our help. As much as we are trying to rebuild with them.
Thank you, both of you, for...
We just got a call from Luma. In his hands, he is carrying the helmet from Ferdinand. The one that they kicked in.
Oh my.
What?
I heard that they were denying all allegations on this, so we had to pull a few strings to get that helmet out.
Do me a favor. Luluma is up in the tower. If you guys want to report to her right quick, just so we can go ahead and get this going, we are going to be striving to make sure that we are using everyone available to help in the cleanup efforts and anything that is needed to make sure that this does not happen again.
Atlas,
We
This
just
seem-
got off of the
this
call
seems
with
like
her over
someone,
Link
to my
Pearl, and
knowledge,
she's
someone
told
was
us to
trying
come
to
find
frame
you.
us adventurers
And you may
for
not
causing
remember
this
me, but
mess.
I am one
So
of the
I
knights
understand
that
your
were there,
style.
Please.
right nearby the
Highly
mine
likely.
with the Avengers.
Love of Hydaelyn,
that
please
day.
stop trying to martyr yourself.
Understood. You two
If you would like me to point out some faces. Yes.
Do you recognize who actually did it?
People get
Yes.
bloodthirsty.
It was ultimately a
I can
chaotic
recognize the
mess.
people who were
Any
nearby.
number of details can be embellished.
Alright.
Is the Warrior of Light around as well?
He is wandered off at the moment. I have already confronted him about the situation. Just to confirm, he didn't lay a hand on the wife?
He was holding her, proceeded to yell at her, and then backed off.
Since that's changed into Emeric.
He was trying to calm her the entire time until he had yelled at her. He did not lay a hand on her physically, at least in a violent way.
It seems like
You're welcome.
So who was...
It's the wording.
Who was around the man?
Pointing out faces.
Hearsay, there we go. Hearsay.
This
or something.
bunny, the
She
bunny in
said-
the back.
She said that, he said that. You know.
This Garlean here. This man right here, and her right here.
Because I was, yeah, 'cause I didn't
From what I
have more
remember.
info on this, 'cause I wasn't-
Her or me?
Which one?
Yes, you.
Can someone explain to me a dented-in helmet?
I do know one of the gleaners was with that man.
Yeah,
Well,
so I was
Did you
offering
report up
services.
to Luluma?
Tried to heal him,
Ask
but
her
it was
about
too
the
late.
restoration process. I think the paperwork should be ready.
Anyone?
I don't recall aiming for his head when I was swinging at him.
This is not
most
damage of a blade, of a hammer. This is damage of a boot.
By the way, out of character, she DC'd. She had a respawn. Amber, she was the one that kicked the helmet in, so I can't point out.
Oh, God.
Mm.
Says anyone know? You're not gonna get. I do not know what the situation is gonna be. I just need you to know that if I can't give Luluma some kind of an answer, it's not looking good. Anyone know anything?
If it is helpful from my side, I can give a recount of what I had seen.
Alright, I was told that Aster was healing him.
Well, I have seen a few people twist his arm behind his back, drag him physically upwards, kick him in the head, stab him, and cause multiple other injuries while he was pleading for his life.
What?
Hold on. Let them finish. Let
He
them finish.
proceeded to plead constantly for his life until his last breath. Then I had walked away with the wife, with another guard beside me. But I had been with the wife the entire time.
And you have complete faith in visual accounting. If we were to ask any of the other guards, they would report the same.
Yes, correct.
I can recall my side. Well, I walked up, having everybody right there, see right here. them two were healing as well, and then came back. Started saying, you know, tell my wife this and that, and then he just was gone from his wounds, and no one kicked him, no one literally punched him, nobody put his hands back.
Then why can I ask any of the other guards nearby about this? Why is this helmet dented in?
The helmet I
Nobody
do not know, but
kicked him.
he was pleading for
Like-
the safety of his wife when his final breath. And we were reassuring him that she was safe.
Mm. I don't think we're getting anywhere with this.
Is it okay? Thank you so much for this. Is it okay if I just talk to them right quick? Do you want to go outside for a moment?
Yes, I can report to Miss Luma.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna say this right now. That whole description, bullshit. In no way, shape, or form. Because
It's a
when
lie.
I came back around,
Do you
when
know?
I came back around,
He was dead before they arrived.
There was no gut there.
There's a lot of factors here. It was a large,
process to become an
chaotic
Ishgard
pitched
Knight.
battle in a major city.
It's not like
any.
Don't stop talking to me.
Let him
for a moment.
Apologies.
It is a tough process. You don't exactly find corrupt Ishgardian knights. In fact, the only time they run is whenever, hell, most of them don't even run when dragons are about to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
What I need to understand is why the guards would just all lie. Because I don't.
I mean, there.
I feel none of them are going to satisfy you.
There's one in my mind that is a complete and utter stretch that could most likely just be, you know, not really appropriate to mention. But when that explosion or whatever happened, that red light that happened in that prison, was it entirely contained in that prison, or did the entirety of Ishgard just witness it?
It was reported that it came from the prison.
So one day, Joe Schmo's tending to his calf or something, and he looks up at the sky, and suddenly there's a big red light shining above the entire city of Ishgard. If I'm understanding that right.
No.
It was just in the prison.
About a week
Just
ago,
within
you
the
had
prison.
described it as a
It was
wave
within the
of red
prison.
light passing over the city.
It was within the prison, and then it shot up to the sky.
And then it shot up to the sky.
That's where it was seen.
I don't know. Maybe anybody who witnessed it just caught a little bit of tempering. And nobody caught onto it.
It's a bit of a bold claim.
Doesn't happen that way.
It's a bold claim, which is why I said it's very much inappropriate for the current situation. But that is quite literally the only thing that could even remotely explain why all of a sudden we're like had him
The bad
strung
guys.
up by his arm, kicked him in the face a bunch of times, and stabbed him after he was already pretty much down and out. No, there's absolutely no way, shape, or form, because I'm pretty sure if any of us here were to even remotely do something like that to anybody we were fighting that weren't, you know, clearly deserving of said treatment, even if they were, I'm pretty sure any of us would have stepped in to be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Am I wrong to think that?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone else has anything else, I am genuinely listening.
Well, if I had to add on
Master,
something.
you said I have some that apparently won't satisfy me. I'm listening.
I saw one of them bury their axe in his neck, trying to put him out of his misery. He was pleading for the safety
One
of
of the
his
guards?
wife. No, one of our own.
Thank you.
Myself and
Considering my role in the battle, all I could do was attempt to
Let
mitigate
Aster
damage
finish.
as much as I could.
one of the
Oh,
other
sorry.
healers
Apologies.
had already established that there was not going to be any means of saving him via magic, and goodness knows at that point there's little help trying to save him with any sort of traditional medicine.
So he was already gone at that point.
Yes.
Yes,
We were
his
simply
wounds
there
were
to train,
to...
witness his passing.
I can confirm.
Okay. Mind you, as you can see, some of these reports were incorrect. Reason why I'm trying to talk to all of you is because I need to know which ones are true, which ones are not. The death of a couple of these prisoners, not good, but when you're fighting people who are tempered, things happen. I get that. I'm not looking at all of you like you're morons or murderers. I just need to understand. So I am beyond without sleep. So, problem
questions
is,
from
some
the
of these are true, and I'm being told that they're not. And we need to make sure that when we speak to these guards, they understand. And we still try to figure out the situation with this wife, which, luckily, you all won't have to deal with. At least, I hope not. We're trying. Obviously, money and stuff isn't going to help, but maybe you guys helping with the town and furthering the investigation of these vanished people will help put some people at ease. All right. Okay. I heard a little bit of the meeting you were doing. Good. Keep that up. Talk to each other. Communication, teamwork. We're going to be putting up some work soon. Actually, probably later today. Missions on the board. We'll put a full update of what they exactly are and discuss them all with you. We need to get to the center of these investigations for this vanishing, and we're at the point where we have some places where some of this tempering may possibly be occurring. If we can attack it before the town is assaulted and get some information on ones that have already happened, that'd be good. Also, I am officially signed on to the guild, so I will be one of your higher-ups. Not the leader, that's still Illuma, but it's what I've already been doing anyways, right? Now it's just official on paper. Alright, I am going to go and speak to Luluma. If she comes down here, hopefully it'll be in a calmer mood. Please. Has anyone already gone to go check on Ryder? What's his current state?
We'll check on him. Me and Ren have something to discuss as well.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Prepare yourselves. Forward.
Yeah. All right. Anyone get any reports on anything related to?
Probably don't.
Any reports on the Rangers? Anyone here see anything? Notice anything odd?
No.
Last I saw of any of them was Costa del Sol.
Oh, that's fine. That's good in my ears. Less of those fucking helmeted morons, the better. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Was simply going to offer my assistance in speaking with Lady Lilith. Back up, if you would.
Remember my metaphor? Glass.
Yes.
Alright.
If you need me to tag along for that, then
I'm pretty sure if any more men walk up there, they might end up exploded. If you'd like to come.
I can have it.
what a fucking this bullshit.
I know I was trying to mitigate the damage during the whole battle as much as I could for both sides. I know that tempering is curable. I was wanting to make sure that that the enemy
To
was subdued.
go somewhere else and discuss. It's a bit tense in here.
The only weapon I had was the knife that
True.
laid on size 5.
Might be a bit more conducive.
That was all I had for actual self-defense in case they came after me.
There, let us
Yeah,
talk
and that's
outside.
exactly the point. Everything we did was out of complete self-defense because
Self-defense
Well, we're
and
supposed
the
to
defense of Ishgard
just
itself.
lay back and let them fucking kill us, and then let them blow up the fucking city or whatever they were trying to do there. Whatever. Okay. I don't know.
Do you think we might lose our jobs?
No. We were trying to help best we could, heal people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do.
Worried.
But the biggest issue right now... Well, like it or not, we are wrapped up in this. Yeah, I need to see it. I need to sit down. I'm gonna sit over here. Yeah. If I can, actually. So let's see how this actually works. It does not work well. This is sucks. This works fine. Anyways. The right. Well, we'll just do what we've always done. Protect as many people as we can, heal as many people we can, regardless if they're trying to attack us or not. And get the job done.
Yeah. I know at the very least neither of us did anything abhorrently bad. We just tried to keep people alive. Just worried about the Guild by Association. And if people are lying or not. I don't think anyone is. I think it's just a situation of heat of the battle. Doesn't make you remember as well. Adrenaline does that to you.
Yes.
Though I suppose that sort of nixes our plans for at least a little bit. I'd rather not bug Mr. Nabothgar until they've had a chance to deal with this and relax a bit.
Right. Maybe we can ask around, maybe if there's someone else we can talk to in the meantime.
Perhaps. Let's think simmer a little bit first, though. Because people are heated.
True. True.
I am confused by the stabbing part, though. Out of everyone that stepped forward, I don't think any of them use a weapon that works like that. Except for the one with the sword, but that's more of a big slashing sword rather than the one you'd stab with. I'm no weapons expert.
Well, I wish I could try to remember if... Well, I remember what I saw, but I just was looking elsewhere when it happened, I think.
Hmm.
Also would have remembered.
I was too busy trying to keep. There's one on the ground. There was a strange Hrothgar and a. Actually, maybe they weren't a Hrothgar. What is the word? You know, the wolf people from Doma. I'm forgetting their tribe's name. Like one of them. And a person with horns. I was trying to keep the person with horns alive. When I think that went down. That's entirely conjecture on my part, though. There was a lot of running around and trying not to get stabbed.
Yes. Hmm. If anything, I would just say we should probably leave, but we can't, so we're gonna have to deal with this.
At the very least, it's not our issue directly. We can just sort of do our jobs, and then if it does affect us, we can deal with it then.
True.
Help with the rebuilding effort and all. We're well suited to it.
Healing, though, we are. So if there's anyone injured, we can help with that.
Yeah, helping with the injured, gathering
Because
some materials, making things.
It's true. We can definitely help with that. It's just the biggest issue is that they saw two cleaners. They saw us. So they're going to have to. We're going to have to do something about that. So we might have to show. And show that we're just gleaners and we're just healers. Even though we can defend ourselves, that's not our purpose. So, if anything, I do believe we should probably start getting data.
Yes.
Because sooner or later they're going to start questioning our ability to actually work ourselves at home.
Yes, I'd rather not lose our job.
Yeah, if anything, we'll just ask around. I might be overzealous.
Not being able to find people to ask, or just other things?
Yes, everything. Finding people. I think they're still talking.
Yes. Give them a moment to get their thoughts straight, and then we can start asking about other things. Just not to overburden them with issues.
Yes, I believe you're right. Well, for now, I guess we just...
And familiarize ourselves with the locale. I imagine we're going to be coming here several times. If we're lucky, we can get... what's the device called? It's like a back-mounted thing. Records Aether readings. Very detailed. I'm blanking on the word for it. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
But we're gonna need more concrete findings before the council even deigns to grant us access to that thing.
I just realized if we do ask for that, we're gonna have to get... What am I saying? It's not we are going to have to carry it. I'm going to have to carry it.
I'll carry your backpack in recompense.
Thank you, sister.
Can't have you falling
Right,
over
so
with
this
that.
is
It's delicate equipment, if I've been told.
True. Alright, so that's that away. What's up here? Nothing.
Looks like a guard post sort of thing. Good view over the town.
Without the guards. Oh, leads to. And, well, my only question is why is it from the outside?
Oh, good point.
Guardian architecture might not be the best to replicate. And this is why I keep multiple notebooks. Alright, and that leads another way. So there's 1, 2, 3 access points. I really want to go up there, but I know I can't.
Those are strange. Wings.
To each their own. Could just be fashion.
Doesn't know much about the other side, so.
I need to go for my nap because I need my arm. He has worked on it at all.
You're gonna
Which probably he
wanna
didn't.
wait a bit. He's
Okay, and that is the town, or fort, or whatever we want to call this. This is going to be one of the worst jobs, isn't it?
Probably. But, I'm sure they'll get us to see lots of interesting things.
Yeah. If anything, we'll just try to...
Do you hear that? I thought I heard someone like, grunting, but I suppose probably someone was moving something.
True.
I mean, if your stump is getting cold and itchy, it's probably best to just wait inside, but...
May I ask you three a question? Do any of you know anything about the portal that's up there?
That would be these two, because they came from...
All three of you talked at the same time. What?
These two, they came from the portal.
Oh!
Ah! Right. Well, would you be willing to sit down while we ask some questions? You see, we are, what you call gleaners. We take, information and research. And our current research is the portal. Alright, well, first things I should ask, could I get your names?
Maxine Maliorn.
Thank you.
Eva Freed. It's I''VA.
Alright. Thank you. Now, what is the... wherever you're from called?
There's many names that it's called. Some call it the Shattered Realms, some call it the Metaverse, and some of us just like to call it the Mainverse. there it's many combinations of universes and dimensions all combined. Infinite possibilities, infinite ideas, and they can exist or be created.
Alright. Bingo. And may I ask you as well?
I get around, but I'm from a different Eorzea.
Oh?
One that got reduced to ash.
Is one of the reflections?
It's not connected to this one.
Main verse.
Uh.
The metaverse. There are
Different source
let's say-
entirely.
That's unprecedented.
Let's say it's like a reflection, but it's the exact same world, similar events, different people, different ways of interacting. Almost looking at a mirror, but there's slight changes. And sadly, where we come from, the warrior of light is dead. They died giving up their life.
Oh, I'm
fascinating.
I'm not sure if I should go.
He died a year ago.
very sorry to hear about that.
Captain Elbon.
Waiting. My guess.
And apparently it was in vain.
It wasn't. Say that much.
I don't think they want any adventurers up there at all. At the moment.
Well,
Considering what was just brought to
like,
us, would it be a
guess to another question then. How did you discover the
And I have
portal on your
hardly
side?
had to say anything about this situation because I wasn't there.
On my end, my friends had just dealt with meeting those of this world. Apparently, they were pulled to another side, and we were basically alarmed of it. We knew that the universes were, I guess, colliding in some sort of way.
Say for
But
shit
apparently,
about
where it was colliding was a very dangerous place. Things could leak into your
news to
world
me.
and tear it asunder. Things from your world could leak into ours. We had to basically stabilize it.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go bring. Considering all that's happened,
I was just on a morning walk.
Yeah.
Right. Would you elaborate a little bit more than just morning walk? Or it just appeared in front of you as you were
I was just going down my
walking?
usual little morning path, and there was a portal there. Hadn't been there before. I left it alone for a while.
Fascinating.
I kind of curiosity got the best of me.
Alright.
Have you noticed any etheric differences between this world and the one you came from? I know it's not a
Yes,
reflection, but I know some are different, such as the void.
In our world, we use things known as mana. Imagine Aether, but more of... Same way you have mana potions, I guess. It helps channel or give you more Aether. At the same time, it's our way of using things. It's a life source. Life energy.
I mean, makes sense if it's the same thing
But
by a
not
different
everyone
word.
has it. There's some people that don't have any sort of magic and are just normal.
That's
There's many different kinds of things there. There's even those that use different energy sources than mana. Some taboo, some forbidden. There's one even known as, I guess, necromancy. Usage of the undead. Necrotic. But each thing is different. That doesn't make it bad, though.
Hmm.
There's
Sorry.
a lot of
And
differences
there's
in that
sources
world.
of energy that are used to mimic magic without it actually being magic in the slightest.
This is fascinating.
Like channeling electricity.
We know what electricity is.
Metaverse is a very amazing place.
Yes,
It's my
but
home.
There's people that can sling it around without even having to have any kind of magical connection.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Perhaps a what's this word? Biomechanical responses. Interesting. I'm very curious to see if there's any sort of of these disparate energy sources. People, I've not heard of any of a creature that does not have its own does not have aether. Everything has aether. Or magic in this case, I don't know.
And that world, there's some areas that
Seriousness.
have it. There's even those that have things known as anti-magic, things that can cancel it out altogether. Just stop it. Imagine a way of, and basically, you can't use your abilities. It would shut it off. It disturbs magic entirely. So if someone was, let's say, entirely full of magic, anti-magic would basically just stop. Sometimes it would kill them, sometimes it would incapacitate them. Each person is different with their reaction. That's how we call it the metaverse. There's a lot of different things, or the shattered realms. Seems broken, but at the same way, each person is different. It was a name given to this world we come from. Imagine there's a bunch of broken universes. These are broken mirrors and glass, but they're all put together to create still a mirror. They're all different, come from different mirrors. In the end, it still works together.
Well, I have one final question for myself. Can't say for my sister, but how did it feel traveling through the portal?
It's
that can be a bit different between people, but it made me feel pretty sick.
But some of us, each of our energies are different in the usage of how we do things. So we'll all feel different effects. With me, it was like a whole different energy keeping me alive.
Uh-oh, she has come down from the tower.
I felt something new that I felt. It made me feel alive.
Alright.
So it seems ether sickness translates to some, but not all. It's interesting. What's interesting is that they're automatically compatible with our mode of being.
Just explaining some things to them. I wanted to ask a few questions about where we come from.
About the other side, yes.
Yes,
Chaos.
It is chaos, but it's
It is
organized chaos sometimes.
No, it's not. No,
It
it's not.
does sound
Organized as much as I try
rather
to.
different, I guess would be the
There are people that
best
do
word.
their absolute best to regulate these rogue assets, but there could be some guy that just wakes up one day and decides to erase a city.
Oh. That's
We have a fair share of
kind of
villains.
horrifying.
I'll give that for granted. Those that want to either purify the world in their own very, very horrible way, make some more be by equality, but in the worst ways possible, and some are just kind of petty. Each one's different, but in the end, they have their own goals that we can't really work with, and
I'm
come
gonna
together
stop
to
you there
stop
and
it.
just write, people are people.
yes, that's very much it.
Oh, that's my questions.
I
Do you have any
here
more?
to one of the primary worlds that
I'm very tempted to ask about such things as the stars and
explosions.
like actual readings from over there, but I suppose you don't have them. It's kind of a bit to imagine one bringing on.
We have a fair share of constellations and things from Mars. It's still the
Right.
night sky, you know.
If you have any star charts or anything like that, I'd be very interested in seeing them. See if there's differences between our stars or
My
not.
wings are my own universe's star chart.
Oh, really?
I have a few.
Oh, you actually do? That's
These are some of the constellations I have. I draw them out, so
that's surprising.
It can transfer through.
We're very lucky then. Yeah, do you mind
very lucky.
giving me a moment to copy these down into my notebook? I'll give this to you when I'm done.
Of course, take your time.
Yeah. So,
I already have a few copies of them. It's fine. You can keep it.
oh, that would be
I
much
can always
easier
rewrite
then.
them.
So jealous of those two tails.
Is the two tails that weird for you?
I mean, I don't think.
Weird.
I don't think I've ever
I've seen anyone with them before.
Yeah, I've never seen a Makote with two tails.
Okay,
That
wait,
is
yeah,
not
to
out of the
be
question.
completely fair, it's probably really weird here, but
I mean, it's not out of the question. Some people have are born with like 6 fingers. It's not too strange. Or people are born looking identical.
I wanted to ask this over in, well, like a week ago, but we were kind of busy.
You two related?
Are you?
Oh yeah, we're
siblings?
twins.
Yes.
Okay.
I knew it. I'm sorry. I didn't have time to ask before. We were just kind of getting our ass whooped, and then guards would come in, and then they'd also turn and start whooping our ass.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But yes, we both grew up together and became cleaners together. Long story, but yes. We are in fact twins.
That's really neat.
Fair enough.
My sister's a Vera.
My sister's an aura.
My siblings are
Adopted sister.
something. We're not all the same race. One was adopted. I too was adopted, and my brother was born. We yet have similar but different features.
To be fair, didn't you guys kind of merge your magics together in some weird way to attain similar features?
You were cursed like this.
Okay, yeah, I didn't want to just say curse, but
I mean, that's still
Curses
technically
are
a kind of magic.
Still.
Don't mind me asking, what are curses to you then? In
Curses
your,
are things that are
world?
basically put onto a bind that can change you mentally, physically, or just things you have to deal with.
I'm
With
holding
mine,
a whole
it's a
green
generational
carrot
curse
that I
of
cloth to go to Foundation.
a person that wanted our entire bloodline gone. And he kidnapped my mother and
I guess
abused
I'm scheming
the
to
fact
go
of
to
taking her
Foundation.
body, and, well, yeah, when she got it
Are you
back,
talking about Yarrow?
a change had happened. I was not going to say his name, but yes.
I'll do my best to avoid whatever.
Each thing can be different. Some can be magical,
There's only
some
so much
genetical.
space on my back.
But it's, in the end, same way you'd think a curse would be.
Just wanted to make sure since it is a different world.
At the very least,
So-
you can help
Where
by
I come
holding on to my
from,
firearm.
if I were in the cold right now, snow would be burning me. But here,
I can only have one big thing on my back at a time.
Oh.
my body can't handle the cold.
Yeah, no, that's another big thing about coming through that portal. It completely changes our magic pools to fit this world.
No.
Mm-hmm.
A full armored Garlean walked
Interesting.
in after it was known he was participating.
They have something on the
battle.
other side they use for their magics.
I mean,
Hmm.
spotted in the
I
battle.
Yes,
only recently learned
yeah.
to do magic
It's
difficult to
for
pull
both
upon.
my own
it's
magical
it's
tree.
Just trying to.
it's really fascinating to like how they're able to come here and they're able to adapt to our mode of existence, so to say. You would think that
Theoretically, based on what we saw and what I've spoken with Miss Sarai,
The only thing I worry in that
the
case
opposite
is
could also be
if I
true.
encounter
Depends
another
Those of us
permanent
who
foundation.
Yeah, I want to go
That
back
Then
to
son
brave
of a
and stupid
bitch,
enough to
rune
travel
of
to the other
death, my
side
friend. I'm kind of pissed.
should also adapt,
Yeah,
given time
let's say
and
so.
I'm Rune of Death.
proper tutelage.
My
That's
girlfriend's Rune of
actually
Death.
good to know, because I know if you were to put something in a, say, an etheric void, they're slowly, basically outcast eventually and
The only
die.
ones I know I can't
He's
ignore
gone completely.
are Loving Way,
Mhm,
Living Way,
yes.
and War.
Oh, this
I
is
more or less
interesting.
just kind of realized something that is going to be very.
Sonny.
There's no point.
One moment, please, sister.
Unless
Melody,
we
you can come
require
over
your
here.
We'll be back in a moment.
Not expect to hear
I
that.
may be banished, but I have
Take your
not.
time, take your time.
I'm not abandoning my
This is just a. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
What are you thinking of?
They're going to want to send people through.
Probably be fine. Worried about that when it happens. We can always say no to a request. If it's insanity.
Do you remember the last time we tried to say no?
Listen, we have to weigh pros and cons.
You know, I'd rather have to learn how to do anything again than face that con.
Hmm. At the very least, they're not going to do anything of the sort till they have a more or less complete understanding of the mechanics of that portal. They don't send people to their death.
True.
Just the position of living.
Well, that requires
boss
us.
is our boss.
She has been in that position for.
Trust me,
We may be saved by bureaucracy in this instance.
Let us hope we can be saved by bureaucracy. Alright, we're back. Thank you. Sorry.
Worlds with one word, I
Welcome
would
back.
just use that.
I mean, I
We just had.
no offense.
Just
Nature is not healing. Not in the slightest.
It might not be our choice, that's all I can say.
people like Orpheus pop up every week.
Being here for a long while
Yeah, you
has
did it, my
pushed me
daughter.
towards the forced option.
Well, no.
right?
For your sake.
Oh yeah, no.
The
he
opposite of what you're
he-
thinking.
tried to kill my kids.
Depends on what our boss says. Our boss.
Yes, from what we gathered.
The people there, some of them are very kind, some of them are very strange, and some of them are very, very violent.
You guys will not understand this entirely. I'm so sorry.
Right.
That's not too much different like you.
I understood something.
People are people, yes.
We were told of some that could destroy cities by blinking.
Zeus that apparently has killing.
Yes.
Okay, I hadn't heard about that one.
What?
Might be tall tales, I don't know.
You did not have
Simplification of that guy.
On the bright side,
I know this
it's very fascinating. And I also got, apparently they had the drawings of the stars from over there, so I don't actually have to go over there to take the readings of seeing how that is. I only have to stay here. And whenever the clouds fucking go by, I can see
Have
it.
something that you're specifically interested in. Miss Sarai has been
I don't care
friendly
about
enough
Zeus.
making
I
visits,
want
as is her wont.
Hmm.
You know, well, I suppose you wouldn't know. She is
Yes.
incredibly invested in traveling to new places. She hasn't seen it before, she wants to go there.
Hmm.
Know a few people like that.
Adventure to the core. Conversation after a while.
You have
I had nothing to contribute because I had no idea.
Good reason why
what
there's
happened.
few people become cleaners.
one way or another.
Want to explore.
More that if you ever had questions or needed someone to maybe try to collect something.
We'll definitely be talking to her, but...
Though I would hesitate to bring her in here. Much like many of the things here are comprised of Aether, I have a sneaking suspicion many things there are comprised of mana.
So it might be better to do readings over there lest area here affects them. Don't want contamination.
Good, that's actually good. That might stall longer.
I wonder if you can create something to... a device to create effectively an Aetherical void, and then bring it over there, fill it with mana from outside, and transport it over.
Stop trying this, no.
I'm a scientist, I have to think of things.
That's a good idea. I know, but I don't want to think of such things, but
Because it is so thin there, I would be very careful. Even with the Aether that flowed through the portal when we first stepped through, it was thin. And it wore out. Would it have used most of what was available in the environment? Justified all the new creatures that had decided
It was a
to
pretty
attack this
tame
portal.
day there, I'm not going to lie.
Alright.
Actually, that that brings up an interesting
thing.
I'll let you have your thought first. Let me stew on mine for a little bit longer.
I was just trying to say we're trying to get as many as accounts as we can, not just one singular person's data collection. Melody?
I was wondering if, assuming I don't know how this Aether reacts, how it, or not Aether, this mana reacts, how it flows, how it moves. I wonder if it works at all similar. If it does, it's potentially coming back through the portal into this realm. And is that affecting anything? Something I'm curious about. I don't have tools to detect this energy, though, so I wouldn't be able to tell. Something would have to be developed.
Yes.
That an attack is not going to let up.
There's one known as Arcalis
I mean...
there, from what I've seen so far.
Redemption is one thing, but laying down your life for a cause is
Later.
another.
There is stuff from Aetheric.
Existing information first.
I'm
Research
not going
later.
to get curious just yet. Yes, I'm not going to get curious just yet. I don't want to.
Another statement from my own situation.
I'll get curious when I have to.
Outside
Anyways,
does not
thanks
come
for the
over
information.
Thank you for the data. You have saved us potentially a boot to the head.
Let's say someone's from another
Yes.
from a different.
I think...
They walk into here. It's like
Yeah.
getting.
I'm gonna need to get another notebook. Oh.
In some sort of way.
Best of luck.
Alright.
Just basically have fun getting Aether sickness and a whole different version of Aether just moved into your body.
I got that just from walking into this world.
So how are you, oh, never mind.
I've never experienced
I was going to ask how you are doing after this morning's big conversation.
Wish I could contribute more, I suppose. I was keeping the man in silver armor busy the whole time, so I didn't see anything that happened.
They talk in a way that is so fun to
Only
listen
saw the
to.
aftermath.
I adore them.
You have a chance. It's a shame that he... It's a shame that he passed on.
She's now a Dark Knight. No, she's came here.
I'm going to try and do all I can. If you're asked to leave, do so.
What was she the one that called me a bitch in the first 5 minutes that
Tempering even more so.
If I'm to
No,
tell
that was Cernia.
to Ishgard,
That's Cernia. Cernia is now a Reaper.
Fuck, that's good.
No worries.
saving way doesn't mean I need to save lives.
We haven't really heard much about these
Just as enough.
Rangers.
Hi.
of light.
Yes. I've been hearing more and more of them. I've yet had the pleasure of meeting one, but I'm dreading the day that I do, because I feel like it's coming soon.
Dragono is something else. Cerny is a complete asshole, and then there's one more that I haven't met.
Well, we'll get there when we get there.
Yes. My head's gonna explode. Stop. I've spent more time in this world in the past month than I have anywhere else.
We already have the girl blink pearl.
Yeah, I just heard about that. What was that? I have been better for it. My mental.
I think he almost stepped on you.
Which one?
He almost backed up into you.
I got.
Supposed to be the fucking guardian.
Yeah, I'm older than you. How do you think I feel?
Hey, have you seen where Astra went?
Yes, she went for a walk.
She
That
went
way.
for a walk that way.
Yes. Let us inquire with the others. Please.
Friendly. It's bad enough that I've dealt with people that could make things from the things. That was experience. Let's see. Features that.
Hello.
Are you alright? Holding up alright?
Yeah, mostly fine. We got some good information about the other side earlier, which is very intriguing.
It is.
I wouldn't be surprised if at some point you're asked to go through and glean whatever you can.
I fucking hope not. I don't
We're
want to go through
dreading
any
the day.
portals.
We're dreading the day, but we know we probably will
I
be.
know I need to step through the portal myself at some
Best of
point.
luck.
Yeah, that lot had it once they were up at the edge of the
Yes. After what we just heard, and if it's been collaborated, it might be a full expedition.
I envy you guys for Ryder.
I feel sorry for you because now it's like.
I know I'm plotting to head to Foundation, provide aid succor wherever I can. I've taken a full green carrot from the infirmary, and I've lended my gun to the Guardian, which I am ashamed to admit I have forgotten his name. I unfortunately seem to have a habit of forgetting a lot of people's names.
Names are hard. It's understandable.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was something to do with the whole law bridge. What now? Slate. Okay, I'll try my best.
Stick around here and read a book.
I'm about to hit like an astrology.
I don't know if you're also plotting to head to Foundation. You're both healers.
Book nerds.
Yes,
Of course.
we do have plans to go help any way we can.
Yes.
Yeah. Obtaining a jobstone from Skyfsteel Manufactory is a far tertiary concern for me for this visit. Providing aid and succor wherever I can, and making sure that Ishgard or whoever else doesn't come down upon us like a horde of grenades.
Yes, I do hope well for the
internet.
adventurers here, so that's why we are heading over ourselves. Since we also kind of mixed up in the whole thing too.
We cannot provide aid and also gather materials to assist with rebuilding.
I am ashamed to say I am only one Lopran. I am only one set of eyes. I don't know every extent of what happened during that battle.
Nor do we.
I was making sure that you guys weren't attacked from behind, making sure healers knew who to go for.
Listen, it was very helpful.
Unfortunately, I was unable to stop people from doing whatever finishing blows were apparently occurring on the Tempered. Considering the battle was pitched enough, without trying to get in the way between someone's axe and another person's neck.
To find a book about what I am.
The knife I got from Zai was purely for my own self-defense, in case one of them went after me.
Unless you're from Aetherical or we're
Understandable.
a different version of Aetherical.
Yeah,
And it,
it's-
well, even then, it still felt too big for my hand.
We come from on it. Unless we're told.
Well,
Well,
I think 25
well,
years
it's
to learn that
something
my
to
biology
defend
is goddamn
with,
ridiculous.
so it's not.
it is something to defend. Yeah. Mayhap if I put in enough a good word, let people know about Scheming Way or Saving Way or whatever name is used that refers to me,
It's weird enjoying the snow for once. I don't like it, but I'm semi.
that at least they know that at least one good person is among the guild.
Enjoyment of the
If
going.
anything,
Find your happy place.
to not know that we're all just a bunch of psychopaths that get lost in the bloodlust. And I know we aren't. After all, we're sitting here talking about what to do, and not just talking about, ooh, how are we going to decapitate the Rangers of Light? No, we're not doing that. If it is us if it's us or them, that's a different matter entirely. But as it stands, our main goal is mainly to get the Rangers to step down.
I still haven't seen
Hmm. But yes, if you are heading that way, perhaps we can head together.
Yeah.
Whenever you do
We can
decide.
make a party, head over to Foundation. I already promised Slate that I would end up at the forefront.
She has her memories.
At this stage, it's my duty as Saving Way.
Yet. It's confusing. I'm trying to help.
Alright.
All I need to know is their name and then we go.
And while I may not have the magical Aether capabilities that you two have with your new lifts and your astrologian globe, I at least still have a whole green carrot.
If someone is following you around, I just
It's
Three
the effort
carrots.
that counts.
There are 2 other full carrots in the infirmary. That is enough to make sure this entire camp doesn't need to worry about injuries for 6 moons.
I could totally beat his ass here. We'd be on even ground.
We jump as soon as he has that portal. It's over.
The second he comes to look,
A single chunk of about my fist size constitutes an elixir,
This causes a lot of pain.
more or less.
Okay, no. Issue is we can't do
I'm not sure whether or not it would equate to a potential burst of healing from you, but
we can.
it's something.
I'm gonna do what he did to me and act like
Cures maladies.
I want to show you around this place.
Make sure that natural regeneration is sped up. It's frankly a miracle carrot, all things considered.
The tiniest
Good point.
At least for what we were able to make.
Shipper any vehicle with the guy who
Well.
really don't understand.
I'm assuming the Bothgar is in the Ironworks tent right now.
Being in the same boat.
Not a clue where he
I
is.
do not. No. I do know we were going to plan to talk to him, but.
Might put it off for a bit, so that gives him time away from work. He deserves it.
Honestly, I don't know if he'll have a break yet. Considering all that's happened.
We can get our interview with him later.
Yeah.
We do have a bit of time before a report is expected back, so.
I am definitely ashamed about the fact that I was unable to catch what ultimately happened to that man. I know I heard him talking about his wife. I know he was assured about. I know definitely that he was assured that his wife was safe. He was happy. He laid his head on the ground.
Yeah, something.
Them come here
It just
would be awesome.
doesn't add up, but.
This is probably the only
Something's wrong. Mayhap an angry citizen, mayhap had that person, that husband, end up hurting one of their own, and took it as their own retribution. And the wife, already mad at us, took umbrage with us already.
To be fair, if he's speaking French, well, actually.
But there are too many factors to consider. The battle, to at least save the main residentials, was pitched enough as it was. Frankly, I'm amazed I came out unscathed. It's a testament to everybody at the guild, considering that I was the only member that went that was a pure non-combatant.
Fucking fancy until you've heard Orion talk. The man's talks
Even the
like
Lalafell with the huge rucksack, at least, could still fight.
My milkshake's been all yarn to
One way or another.
True.
I'm gonna.
More fancy.
I'd like to meet you out.
Whether it was for throwing potions about from his alchemy or using his bag as a shield, which, as far as I remember, was actually the case.
Go inside, get your novel.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
She's gonna drink herself to death.
I figured I'd save you from accidentally mentioning that in front of her. She got quite cross.
Now I remember.
Last time that
now
happened.
I do remember that Tavara also had that incident.
Yes.
True.
But yes, we have our intentions clear.
Are you doing all right?
Besides, considering your knapsacks, I imagine you are no stranger to lifting. And I imagine a good few bricks and stones and what have you were dislodged one way or another. Ah, hello.
We'll be helping out as best as we
Hello.
can.
Hello, Bunchacha.
Hello there.
I've been doing research on the portal. It's very intriguing.
Oh, do you have any notes to share? I managed to, from one of the people, I managed to get they have some drawings of the stars from the other side. If you would like to see those.
Yes, I actually have a number of theories, and I'm actually, would you like to talk about it? Let's go inside a little bit, because I'd rather stay away from other conversations.
By all means.
True. Yes, it has been getting a little cold out.
Yes, we've been standing outside for like a
would you
little
like
bit.
a frost resistance potion?
It would be a little too far too late, sadly.
That's never too late for a good
I wish
potion.
I had one about 4 hours ago when I was standing in the freezing cold for an hour, not moving.
By all means, Craig.
But,
Why were you standing in the freezing cold, not moving?
We were taking some measurements in the stand for his.
Yeah, just come find us when you're heading out, and we'll join you.
His implement broke, so he had to hold it.
I am giving
Thank
you
you.
an entire collection of resistance potions, since you cannot be trusted to carry them on your own. Honestly.
Carrying a bunch of liquids gets too heavy, that's why I usually give them to her. I have other things I carry.
Oh, I see what the problem is. No, you won't have to carry a bunch of liquid. Goodness. See, what I do is I make concentrated potions that you can mix in with a vial of water that you can get pretty much anywhere in order to create just the right dosage.
Ooh, that could be useful.
That's clever.
We already keep a.
Concentrated potion is enough for 5 potions. I'd highly suggest not imbibing the concentrated potion, though.
Obviously, it's with any medicine, overdosing is bad.
Assume what would happen.
In any case, I have my instruments up at the top, and they've been reading things. So, I heard the story of how the portal was created, and I started doing some research. The portal itself is a major etheric event. Major etheric events have strong impacts on the surrounding environs. Case in point, the place where Dalamud fell. Alternatively, the coils of Bahamut. You know, those places with the large amounts of corrupted aether crystals.
Yes.
Alternatively, you also have the areas where certain primals are prone to be summoned. Those areas are highly charged with that particular flavor of Aether, and it's very visible. So things like this is a major etheric event.
Mm-hmm.
But the surrounding environs are barely affected.
Really? That's
when it was created. The surrounding Aether
We
was
might be able to see that
completely.
on our data when we get them.
Well, the surrounding Aether was drained, from what I was told, and
That
then
makes sense.
it all came rushing back in when the to create the fulcrum that whoever this bitch is tore open the portal.
It's interesting. Sorry,
I'm
couldn't go.
paraphrasing.
Quote unquote. Bitch have a name?
Athena. If you want to know more about her, you'd have to ask Lulu. Luluma. Terribly sorry.
Right. Another name to the
But-
list.
In any case, the surrounding environs barely have any changes. Now, I'd need to compare certain things. Like, I took one of the Gishel greens from the patch out there. I want to compare it to Gishel greens grown elsewhere that aren't as etherically charged. But if my theory is correct, because the portal itself has reached a form of equilibrium, it isn't affecting the surrounding environment, which in itself is an oddity.
Yeah, normally, if there is like, for example, when there's a portal to the void, tends to be a lower etheric because it's flowing through into the void. This is fascinating. From what I was able to gather from some of the people that are from the other side, they don't have Aether there. There should be a complete void. It should be flowing through.
Well, they have an alternate form of energy that's also utilized that seems to be similar to Aether.
Yes, mana.
Yes. Now, I've been doing my research, and if I'm right, the portal itself has reached a form of equilibrium, taking both mana and Aether and balancing it. It's powering itself with a combination of both and not letting either leak out. That's why those who come from that side can no longer use mana, and why, from what I'm told, those who have Aether can't utilize their Aether on that side.
It's fascinating.
Because Aether flows through all things. We have our own Aether. But if we are in an environment where Aether is not available and it's a completely different energy source, then the only thing I can think of is that the Aether that we have is used mostly to keep our own selves alive.
Right.
But Aether comes from our souls. We are literally walking, talking shells for our own personal Aether. So you can't completely get rid of our Aether unless you want to completely extinguish us. But then, how do we survive over there?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, is it like modifying our souls when they go through, or is it something different?
It might be that whomever passes through, while they are unable to utilize their normal form of energy, our bodies are adapting to convert the surrounding energies to what we're supposed to be using. It's just the conversion rate's horrible. So, a part of me wants to talk to the ironworks, since machinists have an Aether converter already. It's the little thing that they carry around in order to create their bullets.
Right.
Well, I know it's a random theory, but it just popped into my mind. What if when one of us tries to go through the portal and our soul hits the middle point, more or less transfers that momentum and creates more or less a copy out of mana? As like a mana soul?
Well, possibly. The thing is, from what I understand, the portal transition is relatively instantaneous. Also, due to the fact that it's in equilibrium, there's nothing we can really do to kind of affect it in any reasonable means. But if we were to somehow slow down the process and observe, or somehow figure out a way of observing the process, we might be able to learn more in order to either better the conversion rate, or at the very least keep more of our energies with us and more of their energies with them. But the simple fact of the matter is I have no means of testing for mana. A part of me wonders, if none of my instruments are picking up anything odd, could it be that mana is actually leaking slightly through the portal and infusing the area?
That's what I was thinking, but we don't have devices to measure it. Maybe they have devices on the other side. Mana is normal there.
Is there anyone of that side here?
Yes, there are two. Yes, we spoke with them. They're the one that gave me the drawings of their stars.
Understood.
So, the question I have now is, what would happen if we bring out a etheric reading device over there and try to look at one of us when we're over there? If there will be reading of any...
Oh, that's...
The problem is that the technology doesn't seem to work between worlds.
It runs on Aether.
Right.
No fuel.
Right.
So unless we are able to create a means of detecting Aether that didn't require Aether itself to run...
It sounds like...
perhaps...
worthwhile plumbing depths of Numenon to see if there's any such devices used in history. Maybe we can recreate something very low-tech to measure this.
Wait. Perhaps... If there was a means of charging Aether crystals, that usually requires one to draw Aether from the surroundings to fill it, correct? One generally mines Aether crystals, mind you. But there are alchemical means of altering Aether crystals. So there's also drained as an unaspected Aether crystals. If we can utilize that and somehow bring one across, once it's there, we might be able to utilize some of their technology in order to kind of tap into the crystal and find similar energies.
That's actually really ingenious.
Makes perfect sense. As well as we can also do the opposite as well for over here.
Indeed. If they have something similar, at least.
Yes, of course. We don't know how stuff works over there. Their explanation was very confusing about how their world works. Apparently it's like an entire different system of smashed up things.
An amalgam of sorts.
Yes, that is a good word.
Explain the large. It would explain the large reptile folk.
Oh, were they not a dragon?
Oh.
That's what we assumed.
A lot of strangeness. Yes, if you'd like to know the ones that are from the other side, we can point them out to you. You can get their own interview.
That would be helpful, yes. I think I know one of them, which is the last with one arm.
And two tails, yes.
Strange, Mikote.
Two tails?
Yes, they have two. I wonder if it's
I guess I never noticed beyond the missing limb.
It's not too unheard of. Like, you get some people that are born with extra fingers, for example.
Only time I've ever seen two tails is certain entities over on Othard. Though usually they were animal spirits.
That is interesting. And there's
they were called Nekomata? Something like that.
no idea who that is.
No idea either. Let's see.
Oh yeah, and the other one had the glowing rainbow wings.
Oh, you would think that would be incredibly noticeable, but I didn't see anyone like that.
I think they can turn them off.
Oh, that's convenient.
Oh yeah, down there.
I don't see anyone.
The one with the mask over there, with the white hair.
Oh, is that one of them?
And she is also from the other side, apparently. But she speaks of a different source, a different Aetheris, which is weird. That's
So did she come from beyond the portal?
yes.
Yes. Apparently,
Understood.
the Aetherish she's from, their warrior of light has perished.
I wonder if this is like a second happening for them. Maybe there was another gateway to their world, something similar.
I'll find out.
This is a lot of strange physics. It's confusing.
Everything's been confusing ever since I got attacked. That first night, because of this all, everything's been confusing.
I mean, I'll take strange visitors and unusual tales over people transforming into monsters like during the final days any day.
I will give you that one, Malady. I will give you that one.
Very fortunate to happen upon Miss Bunchata. She's actually a very. I'm finding that she's a good researcher. She's a good person to confer notes with.
Very true.
More researchers, the better.
Definitely true.
It is, I believe, one quote from here.
How do you get
on site. A long story. I was framed for stealing carrots by the person that ultimately creates the carrots. I was simply trying to take them with permission from other Loporrits to where they were needed. For people like Ringway, who needed red carrots for endurance. Other people that felt like they were just down, they needed a yellow carrot, etc. Cookingway took umbrage with the fact that I wasn't asking him, apparently, even though I could have sworn I did, numerous times, reported me to Livingway, and had me banished. Brandished with the name Schemingway, and it banished straight from the burrows. The only reparation I was given was where I choose on Aetheris to be banished to. I chose, by accidental coincidence, the Fields of Glory.
We're forced to help the people of
My
Asgard.
condolences.
Essentially clear our names. And
Thankfully, it was during the night, so my colors at least helped me blend in, considering there was an active war.
My
There's always an
condolences.
active wall there.
I have a question for you.
So, because I like Americ.
Did you come from beyond the portal?
He's a pretty nice guy. He actually invited me to dinner for one
I
time.
did, but I'm still Eorzean.
That confuses me.
Different AOs,
If you're traveling to Ishgard,
I know the need.
Yes.
I already know
Okay,
the
I'm not
nature
exactly
of
too sure you can help me
collections
then. I'm trying to find one of the
but
folks from
the
beyond
vector
the
of an
portal.
alternate Aetheris entirely.
I am from
Who's
beyond the
familiar
portal.
with mana.
I'm familiar with mana. I don't use it myself, but I've spent a lot of study with it.
Alright, so I don't need that.
Understood. Do you mind if I volunteer you to help me?
Scars, I got one right here too.
I can volunteer to help you.
Almost got
Brilliant. Follow me.
To finish up commission.
Okay.
Have fun.
Me and the Gleaners are already plotting to head to Foundation, provide whatever aid and succor we can.
I got this from a voice.
You know, I have a full green carrot here expressly for the purpose of treating any wounded that are either hungry or other maladies. I feel like it would be wiser to have a smaller force go at a time.
Hey, you'll be fine.
Otherwise, if we're taking half of the guild with us for reparation, the civilians might think we're starting to invade again. That think that this many people, there's no way they can be controlled.
Just maybe 2 or 3 people to start with.
Yeah. I was thinking 4 at most. A light party.
4 at most.
In other words.
Yes, that makes sense.
Whatever people are best suited for aiding in restoration.
Do you have any siblings of your own?
And aren't likely to get into scuffles with the civilian populace or the knights.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man. But still, I mean,
I would probably say Asta, definitely Asta.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
If Asta's not already, doing something.
But ultimately a party of 4 healers. And at the very least we would ensure that,
Honestly, you couldn't go wrong with a party of just 4 healers.
I mean, even if my healing is more material-based than aether-based.
society is fucked
The problem,
Still healing.
That is not going with 4 healers, it's finding 4 healers.
Fair point.
So very sad. We don't have 4 here. We have like maybe
Not as current.
3.
I mean, we do have 4. We have Mark, me, Aster, and Bunchacha. They are also an Astral Illusion.
Okay, we do have 4. Okay, yeah, no, for the longest time it was just Asta. Asta was like our only healer.
Oh.
That's
I can only
unfortunate.
imagine how overworked she was.
Well, at least we're pushed. It's not officially why we're here, but we're always glad to help.
Super bad. There was a fair number of people who knew basic first aid, but no one was practiced in the healing arts aside from Asta.
You kind of just fucking die.
Aye, and I know the battle in Ishgard strained you, like, significantly. I passed some of my own ether onto you. In order to make sure you wouldn't just straight up run out.
There was a lot of fighting.
Yes, we are not usually used to such large, drawn-out battles. Normally we just go to somewhere else. If one of us gets hurt, we heal each other up. That's about it.
Yeah. My only real use in a fight currently, presumably without a machinist jobstone, without accidentally sending myself halfway through a dungeon with one pull of a trigger, would simply be as a strategist. Tell you what weak spots to tell you what weak spots to shoot for. Tell you who needs healing, whatever. Tell you what to avoid.
I mean, the information's literally half the battle. It's all well and good to go running in there swinging wildly if you don't know what you're fucking swinging
And I
at.
am one of Heidelin's direct creations.
Once you are found,
You definitely, definitely good for scheming, but in a good way.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I thank you for that. Scheming isn't necessarily a bad thing. I'll turn this corrupted name into a positive one.
You watch before long, people are going to be like, ah, yes, grand strategist scheming way.
By technicality,
That does actually have a decent ring to it.
necessarily a harem, but from what I've been told, it's
But that's for if I end up getting to that point. Alternatively, grand
If you put your
strategist
mind to
saving
it.
way.
I'm starting to feel like I regret.
Saving way works too. Planning
After all,
way.
that was essentially the name given by a good chunk, agreed upon with a good chunk of the guild.
Saving way.
You know the,
Well, originally we opted for Hero Way, but apparently that doesn't work with the Lothric naming scheme, so...
No, it's mainly based on Ingwe. I haven't seen a single operate in the boroughs deviate from this convention, and there are hundreds.
It's pretty fast.
The saving way.
That's at least a cool. That's at least a neat thing.
I don't know if there is actually an original saving way, but I'm sure whoever they are, they won't mind.
What are they going to do? Come down and complain?
I haven't seen a single operate since I came down. So,
Exactly.
And,
frankly, the only loperates, though, I wouldn't ignore, if I were to ever see them, would be Living Way, obviously, Warring Way, and Loving Way.
There's a reason for that? Because, while they are pretty much the badass warriors...
I've heard there was a Pudding Way. I do not see anyone having any beef with someone called Pudding Way.
We have a specific...
Aside from the Culinarians.
Aside from the Culinarians.
There's a reason why
I can see that.
the males are the guardians of the forest in Gilmore. It is because
Was
I swear I've been awoken from cryo sleep by Pudding Way once.
Seriously?
Oh.
Most
How was that?
outsiders, when they
Forcibly.
enter Gilmore are typically stopped by males, sometimes up to a mama way.
I don't even remember why. All I remember is that he was trudging around like a zombie.
I'm sorry if it sounds like, races are...
All the lights were turned off as well. Frankly, it was terrifying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Us here have learned from that.
For a brief moment, I thought Zodiark had broken free in that moment. Broken free of the binds.
That's the thing. I don't even know.
It's just Pudding Way being hungry.
Definitely can't be as bad as your typical cure or human.
Actually, technically, I
No, humans suck.
It's like, despite that, I just feel neutral towards him.
Probably so. I could have sworn I saw someone sitting over there and them seeing them disappear.
Well, at least you have like a father figure to look up to.
Probably a trick of the light. Ignore me.
The sun can reflect off of snow surprisingly harsh.
Yeah, that's why I got the sunglasses. People are like, oh, why are you like...
Probably the...
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's the new guy that was looking for Luluma. That don't stay wandering around.
Oh, yeah, Luluma's going to Ishgard personally. I already know that.
He's probably looking around for...
Yeah. Now that I think about it, where's Halford?
The guy basically walked up to me, sniffed
I mean, concerning the man's Wait, Halford?
Oh yeah, he might also be in Ishgard considering this whole mess.
Oh, Victor! Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
Victor
like, who the fuck
Halford.
is Halford? Right, that's his last name. I
Yeah,
thought
you know, the
everyone
one
just
who
called
kinda
him
sounds like
Victor.
this.
I forgot. Yeah. I mean, the man's what the captain of the guard station here. I'm pretty sure the first sign of, yeah, the first hint of danger in Ishgard, he fucking booked it faster than we've ever seen him move.
Frankly, I think he would outpace a chocobo carriage.
I'm fairly certain he probably did.
My ethereal presence in your
Oh
But
boy,
yeah, no,
assuming
if Victor
chocobo
was
characters are even being
anyone's-
run now.
He's probably in Ishgard dealing with whatever the fuck happened. Oh god.
Probably gathering as much information as he possibly can.
If he heard all of the shit that apparently we did, we are in for a fucking... Yeah, when he gets
The
back.
Bothgar's gonna sound like a complete saint in comparison.
Victor is basically gonna do... I don't want to say that the man is strict,
That I know for sure.
but I feel like he's gonna do the same thing that Victor, that Neb did, but without any of the holding back.
Homelands.
All right.
I already know. Okay.
For instance,
We got some interesting information.
All the knowledge you
Change
need.
their new name because they can never return to the home.
That's what you mean by rainbow wings. Okay.
Self-imposed.
Yes. That is what I mean. Open.
No, breaking the green pact.
There they go.
They're going to give me a book that they have that talks about mana.
Exaltation.
They just have a book.
I keep hearing a lot about the other side, and frankly, the
One
more I
moment,
hear of it, the
please.
less I wish to go through.
Trust me,
Yes.
from what I can understand.
But we just
I
have
keep
a
hearing-
very bad sinking feeling that
the tribals.
I know I
some of
remember
the-
hearing one report
Yeah, see what
of
he's
the
looking
other
at.
side of a city that is ultimately run worse
Makes sense. Yeah.
than like
I-
any city we have here, and that's potentially including
Should be worried about
the
that.
syndicate weren't exactly settled.
Oh, fucking damn it!
Oh, what? Oh,
me.
This is Bella. Has anybody seen Neb?
Let's not, like.
I don't think so.
Proper deal with. So, hey, guess what, Ren? It's time to be the adults.
Yep, come on.
I don't know how long you've been here.
Mr.
if you've
Let's
seen
go.
them, but
What is this?
What are they doing?
What do they do?
What are they doing to him?
What are they
Her.
doing?
don't like instigate anything, but also, you know.
I like your energy.
Conversationalist
Sure.
amongst this group right
Hello, lovely friends. I am the White Ranger.
And I am the Pink
I used to be
Ranger.
within face punching distance.
I'm the Turquoise Ranger. What's up, bros?
And I am
Welcome
Cha-Cha.
back. First off, I see.
Okay, actually, that was my favorite color.
Cha-cha.
We know the games for a little bit, except maybe in Coast.
Yes, I am new.
Are you guys watching us over there doing our little thing back
Guys, I
there?
have a fan. I have a fan.
What?
Very nice to have you.
Is the circus in town already? Oh, Jesus Christ, what's going on?
I'll talk with her later.
If you have too much trouble, could
Ranger
you lift me
Fox
onto your
again?
shoulder for a better look?
Okay. Very good one.
I'm not a climber.
Yes, of course.
Well, okay, I say that. I know I've climbed the Moonfire Tower, but that's beside the point.
He just carries you, and he actually puts you on his shoulder for a bit.
Yeah.
You're a lot lighter than you look, you know that?
I'll operate.
Can I punch
I
him
feel
in
like
the knee?
I feel like this is.
I really thought he was about to slap Atlas for a moment.
I was gonna say.
I'm pretty sure.
Guys, this time.
Pleasure to meet
Who
you.
exactly invited? Who exactly invited the circus in town? I thought they didn't come
They
for like.
invited themselves.
I feel like the circus invited themselves.
I have no idea what is going on.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Let's go in for a closer look.
Currently,
Let's go
they're
skin
kind of in the way of us getting to Ishgard now.
Have you heard of a man called Hildebrand Mandeville?
The observatory.
He's teleporting a few inches. It is really disorienting every time it happens.
Oh.
Do you know of his antics
Is the circus in town?
and how completely insane they can get?
What the heck does he
Some
know?
of us were, yes, but they were specifically.
Similar thing, except not in a fun way.
These are Rangers of They have the fancier words for it, making sure that you guys can do your job, which you did. That's right.
The first time they showed up, we went to go talk to them, and
Here, but you know, just don't talk.
a number of our strongest people got their shit absolutely rocked.
Fair point. You are not Ryder.
Well,
So,
Ishgard was recently attacked.
Okay.
Later siege.
Right.
Fought back.
Are these the same guys that
The
killed
attackers.
these are the same guys that keep killing all of the chocobos.
Those same
To be fair, we kind of need that at the moment.
prisoners.
Help him.
Released from the jail.
But they're so cute. I want to keep just one, mostly so I can just get a foothold on getting around this damn world.
Yes, mostly because of the tempering that's been going on involving them.
You're not wrong, but at the same time...
Also,
It's just
there
kind
are
of like
other
a-
methods of transportation that aren't horse birds.
Right.
Yeah, but
Yeah, like airships, boats, actual horses if you go to Kugane.
Other forms of animals, other flying animals, vehicles.
I find a comfort in chocobos because that is my former Captain Warrior of Light's preferred method of travel.
Listen, I understand, they're traditional, but also, currently, they are on site.
True.
Because they don't understand.
At least until we get this great red one thing dealt with.
Oh boy.
What's up, bro?
Go on.
The limited context I have here. Are you telling me there's a big-ass red chocobo inciting bird-on-bird violence?
Alright, if you don't want me on your
No,
shoulders,
I'm saying that there is a Acon. Wait, what's the proper term? Primal. That is a big red chocobo.
They were wearing similar things.
And that people are being tempered by chocobos.
What issue is this? What issue is this with Ishkar though? All I've heard is that you found people.
I don't know how to take this. This is I teleported again.
And then you annihilated
We are dealing
them.
with tempered chocobos and the people who are tempered by them.
Okay, yeah, that's really weird.
Who had family.
Not so difficult to grasp, actually. I might just be dumb.
Because they were going to be
I don't know. I don't know why he's telling me things.
My biggest
Oh, I'm
question
sorry,
is
is
why the
everyone
fuck
out
are
of the
we...
loop? Okay.
Oh no, I understand. I'm confused by them. I'm fine with you.
Behind you.
as much information from listening to the Rangers as possible.
Sorry, it's hard. It's kind of hard not to talk about or not to pay attention to the people that are like the brightest things in the universe and dancing around like people in a circus.
My question
Very
is,
distracting.
Listen, aside from the cyan one, I like all of them.
Very understandable. I'm just saying that they're very.
Sorry, turquoise.
I don't know the difference between the two colors, to be honest. They're very similar.
Another blue one.
There's a blue. I've seen.
I haven't seen the blue one.
Also, are you okay after they picked you up, by the way? Just to check.
I wanted to punch him in the face repeatedly.
That's fair.
Understandable.
Understandable.
No, we were not.
Hit them in the back of the knee, it hurts more.
Back of the knee? I'll punch the front of it.
Involving one of our own.
Yeah, no,
but
if you hit the back,
of it, they might
then
fall
you can
over.
go through. Yeah.
Oh no,
If you hit
but
the
if I
back of the knee,
hit the
they
front
can...
of it, I'll shatter it.
What's there to help when we already
I like you.
I see. Your mind runs slow. I understand. It's okay. I was also young at one point too. What I said was that we were dealing with a situation involving
I'll make
one
his
of our
boots shine
own
with
to
blood,
make
that's for
sure-
dang
It's
sure.
Okay, I understand. I have faith in you. You'll get there one day, big man. You'll grow there. I see you. We were dealing with a situation involving one of our
You
own.
good?
Involving is the key word there to understand that what I meant was that we were dealing with a situation to make sure that we, as the Rangers of Light, could make sure
I'm good.
that we could...
I'm level.
Interruptions are fun there, friend.
You know, paying attention to multiple conversations at once is a surefire way to go crazy.
So that we could not be there at the time, but
Very
now
true.
I do it
Yes.
all the time out there.
to make sure.
You know, actually, now that I'm really thinking about it, I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure all those connected universes are somehow collectively overpopulated.
However, the fact that you're here now doesn't really make
Ah.
sense as we taking care of everything.
One would think they'd be perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Someone should probably fix that.
I mean, if there's tons of universes out there, how are they overpopulated?
Maybe it's just those connecting points that are overpopulated, but there are some days in Orlando Soccer that you might not even be able to like comfortably move around, and that's an entire city.
Understandable. In any case, I'm going to go talk to the only one that seems to be sane around here amongst them and see if there's any good information.
Best of luck.
Right. So what is this Orlando's
Sorry.
Orlando's is the only one I've been told of
just a
good
city.
things.
Okay, and the blood could reach.
It's the only, yeah, it's the
Yeah, I
only
mean,
one
it's
I've
just a
been
city.
told
They're
of.
kind of. Wow, this is getting really weird, really fast.
Every ounce of my
There's
I
good
keep
things
teleporting.
about
Are you seeing
Orlando
this?
Circa, but then, like, no,
I'm seeing nothing.
No?
you're not moving.
I keep like.
Right side, it's a good test of
I don't know.
You're not moving. No, no,
Maybe
no.
Carno!
At least you've improved.
My buddy! Don't be afraid of him, he's a total sweetheart.
Yes, we've been told of the dragon.
Yes.
Dinosaur.
Okay.
Do you remember these butt munches? Oh, where did they go? Okay, actually,
They left. They left, which is convenient.
Well, there's
Power
one
Ranger
over there.
motherfuckers. Where did they all go? I look away for a second.
They went that
They
away.
left.
We need to know.
Lucky
Do we
you,
still
you just
need to
missed
know
them.
about this cult, these people that are temperate, that have this power, that follow whatever this primal that is able to use chocobos to.
I'm not gonna lie,
essentially
man.
fuck
If they
up
mistake you for
everything,
like
right?
a
Okay, fine.
tempered animal of some kind, they're going to try to kill you. Just go down swinging. I'm
encountered some other things that could help us figure that out.
Oh, they're talking,
So at
yes.
this point, we
They
need
are
to
around the
decide
corner.
as the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Well,
Right now,
less
they,
aggressive, though.
them
They're
and
really,
their
like,
chocobo, whatever, and the
overjoyed.
fact that they're fucking weird. We can't really let
Yeah.
that cloud of judgments for the time
That's
being.
what-
They can be
Oh.
useful. They are strong. So we can have them help us out. We must decline. Okay.
You guys have access to talking dragons?
populace believes that we are adversaries to the adventurers due to our
I don't work here.
nature of wanting to.
Ah.
I thought, I don't. There's a lot of things that I would have to explain that I only have like half the information for, since I also only recently came here.
It appears we are then allies.
Hi, I'm Melody.
We can traverse the
Oh,
ground.
sorry, Kataru.
Good to meet you.
True.
And you?
So, in that
Name's
case,
Mark.
we will handle the
Mark,
rebuilding
nice
and
to meet you both.
Yes,
You
we're
both are new too.
yes, we're gleaners. We came. Yes, we came to
Cleaner twins.
research the big fucking portal above the tower.
Oh.
Or whatever you want to call
Yes.
Yes.
That is also where the big dragon came from, apparently.
I guess a linked pearl or
Oh, okay. I guess that's just
you feed us information.
it's
we'll
normal
help out
around
Ishtar,
here.
and then we can
And
maybe at some
I guess so.
point figure
We're
out
trying
what we're all
apparently. Well, not normal in the sense, but just
whatever you call it is coming from.
They've been dealing it for.
strangely okay.
Yeah,
Oh
they've
my
been-
god.
Does it have a?
Oh.
What? Does it have an X?
Is it using an
I'm going
axe?
to get a
the,
drink. I am going to
Kano
get a
is,
drink. If anyone wants to
Kano is training to be a warrior.
I'm going this way.
Is it chopping down the tree right now?
That's
It's
what
not
it looked
chopping
like.
down the tree. It's training on the trees.
Yes, to my understanding, this has been happening here for a little bit, so I assume the locals have sort of grown a bit used to it. Me,
If you
it's all a
see
bit
us
strange.
freaking out, then it's a problem.
Yes.
Okay.
Slightly spooky to see
So,
just swinging that around with.
what brings you around? I forget their name immediately. What's their name again? Sorry, I'm bad with names.
It's fine.
There's
I'm
no
also
button.
equally terrible with names. I came looking for an
Sorry,
opportunity to make
fuck it, I can
guild.
do it.
Uh,
Second.
and,
no, I
trying
don't
to
want
find
to.
some kinfolk of mine, but
It's
got
it's
a little
fine.
bit lost and found this place.
It truly is fine, please. I don't want you to.
There's no need to annihilating
Mhm.
everyone that's
Sorry, how did you say your efforts were going there?
Our efforts. We just started, but there's others around here who are a lot more knowledgeable.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, hey, spies in this place.
Ooh.
I should know.
All right.
You filthy bastard.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the
Um.
I really don't want that
Should we
to...
get someone?
Carlians, all of you, aren't you? I see those little marks on your head.
No. Well, okay, one of us. Yes, but like that's a different story.
They've even taken Lockfort's now. Oh, you bastards.
I have no fucking clue. I have no clue. I get the feeling we should probably...
Oh. Oh.
Let's go that way.
I'm going to stay nearby in case any of them get hurt.
I wouldn't. I would get away for the
Yes,
moment.
but they're somewhere else. I don't know where they are.
Should we get the giant dragon, the one that swings the axes?
Carlians here, all of them.
It would be a very bad idea for him to get involved.
Let's let them see if they can calm him down first.
Oh, the dragon's coming.
I won't let them take me.
They won't take you, man.
I won't let them take me.
They won't let them take you, bro. I think it's all right, man. Destabilizing.
Come here. How do we fix an endeavor like this?
That's right, man. Breathe. He's the destabilizing. How to improv. Get away from him. He can hurt.
I get the feeling that
Come
people
on,
might
man.
have been part of...
Get a gently
Sounds
guide
like a
away.
good idea.
Let's go, man.
That happened.
I think the vote
We're gonna help you. We can
is
take
something to get them.
We can take
The
them.
leader
If
seems
they
more
get hit,
concerned
you gotta kill them.
than I expected, actually.
I agree.
It's alright. You good?
Yeah, we're fine.
Is-
We're fine.
Was
I have
anyone
a sneaking
harmed?
Suspicion. I have a sneaking suspicion that that one might
I
have
have
been
one-
through something before you recruited him. Would I be correct in
Yeah,
guessing
what-
that?
I think they've
What
all
the hell
been
was that
judging
all
from
about?
The hell was that about?
Possibly.
Well, I don't know.
You don't
be
have
honest.
to get into details.
Okay.
Just a yes or no. I'd understand.
Everyone has been through something. But it's not your fault.
I'm going to make my way out.
If
Mhm.
I have to check on my instruments and start dealing with a few other things.
I may.
Actually,
this is only
See if I
a
can pop
guess,
by
and
and
I
give
don't
you
need-
the
don't need to know any
stuff I
details.
recovered about the stars.
My only guess is.
Of course.
something has
I need
do
to
with
copy it down first.
Guardians, right?
I have
Because
a
he
question.
mentioned something like
A
that during his
scheming
little
way?
attack.
Yes, but a cha-cha.
Actually, let me put you over
Again.
here so we don't talk over them.
Yes.
So, an odd question occurs. Do you
You've got it,
grow
Black.
your own carrots still, or
Not here, obviously. The only way I'm getting more carrots for the camp is by somebody else traveling
paths
to
are their own.
the Caratorium in Bestway's
But
Borough
what I
on my
can
behalf.
say,
Well,
it's
obviously
not
not
that you'll
mentioning me,
trigger some
but,
PTSD
you know,
from my being
gathering carrots for
It's just a
own
drawback of the suit.
and
We'll handle it.
But
So you're saying they must have
Understood.
toyed with his mind or something like that?
you'd be better off asking Cooking Way or Farming Way about it.
I believe one
they
of
know
your
more about it
companions
than
here
me.
explained how the suits work.
Understood.
I wasn't
I'm just
around
not sure if he
with the
understands the
situation.
drawbacks of it.
Honestly, I was kind of hoping to.
I
And I
wasn't
want to have
around
someone
with
from
the
my
situation.
works.
Just, anyways.
I think I remember his explanation. Long story short, the suits are enhance their etheric capabilities, but
one spare
there
of
are
every
side effects.
well major carrot.
Pretty
of-
bad
all I need
ones.
to know.
Well, we have at least two.
That's the simplest
of
answer I can give.
Red, blue,
Again,
orange,
I understand. That's
yellow,
all I need to know.
green.
But anyways, no one was hurt. That's all that
and
matters.
Currently, that's all we have.
Got a little kicked, but we're all right.
As it stands, it was mainly a favor from one of the adventurers that they'd head over to Vesey's
Not at all.
Burrows and try to obtain more carrots for both
Just,
me and
your
mainly the
companion
infirmary
is,
itself.
alright.
If you're willing to, if you're wanting to study the carrots, to
If anyone is needing healing, I am capable of it. To either of you, and then see if anyone actually got
I
cut.
got a little bit of a bruise on my left rib cage, but I'm fine.
Okay.
The green carrots seem unaffected so far.
I'm alright, like we all have certain pasts that haunt us.
They still have the same.
You want me to?
properties that they
You want me to deal with the bruise, or do you want to just let it go?
That's what I'm thinking that was.
You know what? I'll just let it just run for now. It's not like super bad.
Fair enough.
Yellow or reds.
Yeah, just want to
I
check.
get some kind of healing in you. Come on.
Fine,
You're
go
not.
ahead.
You're not. You know, fit to get kicked in the ribs a whole bunch of times. I believe I'm a little bit more fit.
I mean,
for
be
that job.
glad. I'm just only glad that I managed to even block it before you even hit my shoulder. Alright. Anyways, you can help with the healing in my rib cage.
Thank you.
Well, yeah. Well, it's fine. I know you could hold on to your own.
There you go.
But I just didn't know. I didn't know how strong he was gonna be.
Should ease the pain a little bit.
I felt it for sure.
Hopefully stop it from leaving a bruise for a long time.
I don't know where he's going.
Juno! Say
You going, buddy?
at the very least for like an ether.
So I've not a clue about any of that.
Storeroom over there.
But such as life.
The green and
And you've been here for how long?
About a day. Actually, no, a couple weeks. About a week. Sorry, I'm getting my time confused.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm glad I could at least be
Well,
helpful.
we get it. You seem pretty well adjusted, at least.
I'm starting to pity.
I am. My job brings me around all places. I'm used to seeing strange things. Basically, go to place, collect research, that sort of thing.
It almost starts to feel like they're as disorganized as
Where's your favorite place to been so far?
It's a hard one. I'd say Kugane. Kugane is very beautiful. It's got good views of the oceans and great food. Also, it's not out in the middle of the wilderness, so you don't have to worry about pitching up a camp. You're in a city. I think the entire island's a city. I think.
I know I heard her go.
But yes, very, very, very comfy, very nice. They also have hot springs, which is really nice.
I told her about the pink ranger
Oh,
lashing
what's
out.
that like?
It seems like he has a habit of this, and it.
It makes you very sleepy if you stay there too long, which is really good if you need to rest after a long time on a boat. Just sit there for a bit, and then you go to your in room and you pass the fuck out. It's great.
Fortunately, the actual girl.
That's pretty nice. Hopefully, I get to partake in a hot spring. Hopefully, I get to partake in it one day.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. If you wanted some hot springs that are a bit closer to Eorzea, you might find some over in Nanosha. There are some over there.
Those two at least
are they expensive?
Held him at bay.
I don't think you actually have to pay anything. You just go over there and there's like a nice little sitting area where you can sit in them. I think they're like a business over there. As far in Kugane, they have like a whole business around them.
For now.
Interesting.
I was even trying to reason with the Pink Ranger that, well,
Whereabouts are you from?
Knowledge, I had no idea.
tempered by this,
Sorry?
you know,
Whereabouts are you from, out of curiosity?
could at least
Travel around a lot, but I guess the most frequent spot is Olda. I've been there for a while.
deep in his own trauma, for my words.
I haven't been to Uldan in a little while as well.
If I had realized, I probably
Sorry,
would
I
have
didn't quite catch that.
I haven't been there in a little while as well.
see a little bit of
Yeah, I guess in your travels you don't really get to stop in like major cities that often, and that's right.
And not too often. Limsa Laminza I stop at a lot, but that's just because it's got a big dock, so it's very good to
Right, big
Yeah.
port town, right? So
Yeah.
you come and go, I imagine, pretty often.
Yeah. But the more inland cities, it's less often we go there unless we need to go pick up research from someone specifically.
To get me, the two gleaners,
A lot of field work.
to aid the restoration.
So who do you serve? Like you doing all this research just for yourself?
I work for sorry, I work for Old Charlian. It's a little island nation.
Okay, I don't think I'm familiar with them.
I guess Charlian. Sorry, words. Well, it's called Old Charlian because there was a settlement that they tried to build that was called New Charlian, and that doesn't really exist anymore. But the whole story. But yes, I work from there.
Just doing that. Fair enough.
They have a lot of researchers and such, but can't have people. Not all people are built for such travel, so we go out to collect research samples, stuff they need at home to conduct their research properly.
Oh, I see. So you do what they're afraid to.
Pretty much.
An outsider's perspective.
That's pretty cool.
At least. It's really nice. You get to go pretty much anywhere in the world, see a lot of interesting things.
Yeah.
You got to deal with a little bit of peril and a little bit of roughing it out in the woods.
But hopefully we can find them.
I imagine the combat's probably the biggest thing. I've run into a fair bit of it myself, but.
It's something.
The two of you, who's the combatant?
Actions for Ishgard.
Both of us are trained in our own arts. Like,
I'm gonna check the bar. I'll be right back.
I'm a trained astrologian, but it's more of a sort of a healing art. None of us are fully trained as those kinds of people that sort of run in and do a lot of damage. We're just more better trained at keeping each other alive.
Of course.
It's not like we're going into wars or anything. I mean, I guess that's a word for it.
A support role.
Okay.
But yes.
Of course. Where's your brother, by chance?
I don't actually know. I think he might have walked off to the bar. Do you want me to help you look
possible.
for him?
I'm looking to at least make sure that we're good and ready for when we set off towards Ishgard to aid in the restoration.
We're usually good and ready to move anyway, so there's probably nothing to worry about too much, but
Fair enough. I know not where Aster is, and Boon Cha-Cha might be currently busy trying to research the blue carrot I told him about.
Aster person? That's the one with the,
Yes.
saw them
Red
go
chess
up there.
piece.
Yeah, they went up there along with the smaller woman who runs the administrative part of the guild.
She went up to... Okay, so Aster went up to Foundation already with Laluma. Okay.
To see if I can...
Also considered, it may actually only really need to be you and and both of you.
Alright, I'll have to see if I can get a
Meaning
mark
you and your Gleaner brother.
Get ready to start moving. For reference, there was a minor tragedy in Ishgard, and we're trying to see what we can do to pitch in.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I say minor tragedy, more of a major tragedy. But,
yeah. To put it lightly, it'd be easier to state that the reputation of the guild is currently at stake.
I mean,
it's that big of a thing.
I mean, I don't care much about the reputation of the build. I'm just going there to help people.
To be fair, you were also involved in the conflict. So, Gleaners are kind of involved in this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. My main concern is only making sure people are okay, and that's what matters.
Yeah. I'm aiding however I can. I want to make sure that the name of Saving Way is at least still accurate, at any rate.
Yeah,
That does make it sound like I'm trying to do this for my own reputational sake, which I'm not. This place is my home.
I heard that the Rangers were here.
Could be
Is
better.
everyone okay?
Could be worse.
They...
Yes, the pink one almost had a meltdown on us and tried to attack, but we managed to at least get the others to calm him down. I didn't exactly catch where they went, though.
The worst injury someone got was like a bruise on their side. Got handled pretty quick, so no one's hurt.
Which is very fortunate considering he was assuming everyone in here were Garleans and that I had been captured and he was wielding an axe.
Perfect.
It was frankly a very fortunate thing we managed to calm him down that quickly.
Anyways, I'm going to see if I can find my brother. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Tavern.
Oh, thank you. It saves me a lot of time.
Cool. Let's go get him, and we can talk with Nabafgar about heading over for the restoration effort.
Hmm.
They're a deity, and here I am nothing, and that's why I stay here.
I see.
Hello.
I didn't believe it either until she actually showed me, and I was like, oh, you aren't fucking around.
No, that's not gloating. I am a concept.
No. She is not, as they say, humble bragging. She is literally a deity out there.
I see.
I had a really big pursuit of strength after watching my warrior of light kill himself in battle.
What? Okay, that's a thing to drop.
So anyways, that's a lot of information to drop on someone at once. Sorry.
We are not.
Can I get you another drink after that fucking revelation, or?
I'm sorry. We're gonna continue that later.
I just need my
Because I'm
drink.
sure
and I
Ryder would also be probably interested in that factor. For better or worse.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ryder fucking knew him. He was a really popular guy. I know that's no surprise.
For better or worse.
But after he went down to Alexander,
Und dann-
somebody else had to step up and start juicing. So
Und hätte ich gedacht.
Oh my lord.
while everybody else was wallowing in grief, I just started giving the power I could.
Catch your breath, sir,
And it just kept
please.
going.
Yes. Let's just go to the discard. Oh, I need a minute. I'm just right now going to chalk it up to, until you can prove it, I'm going to chalk it up to grand illusions. No offense. But that's just how I'm going to take it for now. While we go to Ishgard and try to heal people who have
If you
been...
drop that on Ryder and he screams at you, I'm not going to be surprised.
Yes.
Let's make a stop with the Bofgar first.
What?
At least let him know what we're up to.
Right, here, let's go.
I feel bad for dropping
At least so that the Bofgar could presumably give Liluma a heads up.
True, and if anything...
Yeah, and
we'll be able
After is
to-
with
if-
Liluma right now in Ishgard, presumably trying to understand as much as possible.
Right, yes, and if they need to reach or contact any of us, they can just simply do it via the link Pearl and Mastar gave us, and all that. I should get this. I should get a third drink. Should I get a third drink or no?
We're going to be doing work. Don't get drunk. I have to fucking do it then.
No, yes.
Exactly. It wouldn't be wise.
Here.
Oh, they're back.
Yes, they're back.
Okay. No, we should not ask them if they want to just go straight back to Ishgard. No, that would be straight up rude.
I mean, we can ask them if they want to go. If they want to.
Regret the decision, but at least the
Mhm.
pay is good, and if you ever find yourself in far flung lands far from home, there are often
You're back.
inns that'll
What
accept
did...
you.
I would ask what you and Luluma gleaned from Ishgardian reports, but I know me and the Gleaners are already basically going to mount a light party of sorts to aid in some restoration efforts.
That kind of stuff.
Oh, I
Thank you
suppose
very
I didn't
much.
spot them, but we were talking with them for
If you
quite some
have
time,
a
and
link shell,
basically
the
gave them a
frequency's
report
on
of the
there. If
individuals
not, I
we
can
saw.
provide one.
More or less tried to
But I would appreciate
explain what they had said to us,
Alright,
and
and when you pass us in, I will provide you a link shell.
had to convince them
Thank
that
you
we
very
weren't
much.
just
Have a
making
great
things up.
day.
Thankfully, Miss Laluma's presence was significantly helpful in convincing them that we weren't just a bunch of crazed adventurers making up tall tales.
Hmm.
Yeah, I stood in the back because
I see.
I wouldn't help very much.
It's all good news for the most part. More business.
You were there for moral support. It's appreciated.
Outside of that.
Yeah, I mean, I could have, pulled it
I
down.
mean, if it works, it
I'm
works.
scared.
I feel that probably would have confused them more.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Maybe
But yes.
given it more truth.
yes,
How strange I am.
they didn't have anything to share. They hadn't seen the individual in question.
It's good news this time.
Hmm.
You can catch his
Right.
name.
I don't know. He didn't give it either. He said,
Ugh.
"Thirsty boy."
I'm gonna need probably some water when we get there.
Yeah.
That's what you get for drinking a bunch of alcohol. And burn your throat.
Well, I mean, when someone tells you that they're a god from a different world, I mean, what are you supposed to do?
Hey, Ryder, do you remember our thirsty boy's name?
Would you not call him that?
And they're a dead serious.
Tanaka something?
I mean, some people are really good at lying.
I swear.
Naka?
Tanaka?
Yeah, it was like Tanaka something.
Yes. Yes. Which was part of my reasoning for wondering if he was from the Far East, probably from Doma.
His name is Haru Tanaka. That's what it
That's
was.
right. Haru Tanaka.
Okay. Right.
No idea where he went.
Well,
Nor
well,
where
in your app,
Talking about
Get a
that
sip,
vampire
Fully
guy.
at the very least,
Yeah.
allow me to help at trying to apprise of what
Again,
happened while you were
The only time
gone.
I ever saw
So,
him was when
the
I was
Rangers
walking
showed
over
up
there.
again.
I'll let you talk first, Kimmy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Alright, apologies. Yeah, the Rangers showed up again during your absence.
Oh, I missed them
They were
again.
more cordial. They realized, we basically talked to them. They were basically saying, all right, we are going to go adventuring while you aid the restoration efforts. But something snapped in the pink one. Some kind of PTSD or something, because he almost started seeing everybody in the camp as Garleans, except me. He assumed I was captured.
I mean, if they're anyone from, well, basically anywhere, they probably had exposure to them.
Exactly. But also, judging by the reaction that the black one had, that this had happened before, and she was not happy about it.
It helps us keep up the image that we are at.
She immediately rushed to calm the pink one down. Also,
I mean,
there
I would
was
assume
a
that
new
they're
one.
compatriots, so I would hope that one
Mhm.
turns to their compatriots to provide them aid in a moment of duress.
Fair point. Yes. It was all Phelan and I forget who else to basically make sure that they weren't going to he wasn't going to just start trying to rampage. And presumably try and take me to save me from the Garleans. Mind you, Slate wasn't around at all.
Who the fuck is Slate?
The actual Garlean.
Oh, okay, that's why I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
And as far as
well,
and as
that
far
is
as I could tell, there was a
certainly
new
interesting
ranger, a white one.
Actually, I
Much
should
more
ask,
excitable.
Is anyone hurt, or did
I
The most that was
Yes,
hurt that, the most hurt
yeah.
that was had was a bruise to the side,
I
which
said
was frankly a miracle.
I dealt with it. So
The strange timing of everything. I was on the moon, just thinking.
I was
Fishing?
going to ask to see if you could get carrots, but you're up there for relaxation, not business.
Yeah. Just like to watch the rocks and stuff twizzle in the air up there. Stars, too.
Don't talk to me about I miss the place.
Sorry, man.
What is that? You can jump on the moon?
It's fine.
I'm all ears.
It's amazing how much you can miss a place after only a few moons away from it.
Apparently.
For all of you.
Hmm?
Apologies for the interruption.
Atlas.
If you can please
Yes.
make your way over here. We're going to have a discussion. There is numerous requesting gathering.
Right, alright.
Very well.
Convenient.
Very well. I'll at least make known the desire to aid the restoration effort.
If anyone would like blankets so they don't have to sit in the soil, let me know.
You'll be with me when that time comes, but other than
Sorry?
that, please step away.
Very well, very well.
Oh, don't forget to I'll get you a drink, yeah?
I'll drink to
Stuttering
that.
of my words, I was
If
going
I
to
catch
say.
you, I don't know
I'll
what
put
your
you in
time
hand.
looks like, but I got a ticket here out of that.
Quite
I'll be leaving a
alright,
bit
I can
early.
handle myself.
I gotta train?
Naturally, but I figure, you know, hand up might, yeah, not be amiss.
Able to function as much as they could.
Welcome.
Oh, sure,
We all
right.
knew there was going to be some kind of drawbacks when it comes to their suits.
I want to sit up top. I want to feel cool.
The great thing about keeping such a big backpack is you can use it as a chair occasionally.
There's currently a little
Very nice.
Sounds helpful. Certainly.
Man, damn, I wish you could have like such fat ass like you could just sit on it.
If anything.
Well, can't you normally just sit on your ass?
Like, jump up there.
You normally
Oh,
sit
yes.
on
Yes,
it. Like
thank
regularly.
I'm gonna go around so I don't
Bald.
miss the
Just,
attack.
just, you know, come through me if you have to, you know, I'm not gonna bother.
Oh.
Huh?
What
Can we
happened?
just get on with it, please?
I'm putting a firecracker in the next one.
That wouldn't work, would it? No, that wouldn't work. He's no.
Yeah, you just have it sticking out, and the moment he catches it, it should whistle at the feet as long as the important parts are out. So it can actually travel. And it's an internal.
For the
reaction,
people
not
that are
an
here,
external.
before we start talking about the missions that we're going to be sending you all on, something to keep note of. There was an instance where a ranger was here and got a bit unstable, some kind of PTSD attack.
Correct.
There is a chance that some of these rangers might be deteriorating, so
Take a seat on the floor.
make sure to be careful around them.
You got it, Neb.
Especially if any of you happen to be Garlean.
Thankfully,
Garlean
no.
is just a trigger word for everyone.
I'm gonna say, I don't think any of
For a
us
lot
are.
of people
that,
here,
but-
yes.
Yeah, if you keep saying Gardeling, I'm gonna need to get a drink.
At least one of them. So far. Not sure about the rest of them, but.
Anyway, this appears to be everyone.
Wonderful. I want to let people know that there is well, I guess 2 quests that need to be completed. I'm going to be sending half of you to complete one and the other half to go do the other. I will also let you all sign up for this, although I need to make sure that there's a good balance of, you know, people who are good at hitting things, people who are good at taking hits, and people who are good at fixing hits. You know what I mean. The first one is at Costa del Sol. We received from your investigating 3 different banners from 3 small different bandit or gang groups. One in the Shroud, one in Thanalan, and one in Lenosha. This has been something that's been reoccurring over the course of these disappearances, where there have been signs detailing of different bandits or gangs not belonging to that area, but no one has actually done a thorough investigation on why these are here and how they're being procured. Looking at the different make of these banners, they were not just made by one person. It is quite clear that they actually come from different places and were made by different hands. So we are going to be sending some of you into one of the dungeons near the city-states to clear through it and get to the bottom, since we have found that some of these bandit groups have made these their home bases. You're to go in, clear it, and investigate. See what kind of connections they have with the human traffickers that have been, well, trafficking people as of late. There's still been some people that were taken while you were all at Costa del Sol. Luckily, you all did manage to stop the master there from being taken, but none of the people that have been taken have been found as of yet, and this has been happening for a while. Any connections that can be found with these groups would possibly assist us with locating them, or even finding out who they are. The other group is going to be investigating the prison break. Ishgard, specifically Emmerich and the higher-ups of Ishgard, have allowed us to send in a group of you to investigate how the prison was broken out of in the first place. Specifically, how someone got in, tempered the people that were supposed to be released that day, and then got out. They have yet to find any of these answers. So, we're hoping that you all might be able to. What danger you will find in both these places, I cannot say. Ishgard is very secretive when it comes to their prisons, and what's kept inside and how they are run. Even I don't have the information on that. So if you do go, be wary that anything could occur. For the dungeons near the city-states, I'm certain that some of you have went into those before to clear them of monsters. If there are still monsters in there, I can't say for either, but I know at least there is some form of bandits. The competence level, I also don't know. But if they have anything to do with these human traffickers, well, you've already seen for yourselves what they're capable of doing. We are going to have sign-up sheets for you all. You may pick which one you want to be a part of, but if it comes to it where we need to move people around, we will. Once you all have signed up, we will let you know which group you will be attending. If you don't
understand
want to
that
take on this... Oh, I was just going to say, if you don't want to take this on, don't sign up.
I was going to say that due to the situation that we're in, both situations have the possibility of tempering. We do not know where this is being done, where this is happening. We have one source point of one problem, but we don't know how much this has gotten around. Like I said, most of the chocobo livestock have been acting odd as of late. We don't know who is doing what. So, for people who have the Echo, if there is a chance you are moved over to a different job, or we are spreading you out, understand we're only doing it because currently you are a safe bet.
Safer bet.
Safer
Echo.
bet.
The blessing is resistance. It is by no means making you immune. I want to make that quite clear to everyone. Just because you have the blessing with enough strength, the primal can and will temper you. Now, I don't suspect we're going to run into the full primal while you are doing these little dungeon runs. Don't... No.
Somebody's very eager.
I do want to make this quite clear that do not throw yourself into danger just because you have this one little thing that lets you go up against false deities. We're also going to look into possibly getting warding scales, but keep in mind, these are quite costly and not easy to procure. And if we start asking other city-states about this and about the situation, it's only going to get worse. Now, even getting a remarkable number of them, that's still not going to be good because it's going to raise... Yeah, leave it to us. We will see what we're able to procure. But be aware that there's a good possibility we might not be able to get any in time, nor enough for everyone here. So if you do take this on, you are doing this at your own risk.
Couple things to expect when it comes to the prison break, or the prison that, well, you'd be going through. There might still be some prisoners in there. Might. May also be some guards. No one's been able to go in there. They've kept it barricaded since. People there panicked incredibly hard. This is not a situation that can be taken lightly. So for anyone going in there, I don't need to tell you twice. If there are people there we can save, we save them. If you need to knock them out, you knock them out. Unless it is a monster or a creature that has got a knife directly to your throat, you do not kill it. For the bandits, a little bit more leniency there. A lot of warrants out for these people. And considering all the people who have been vanishing, we don't know yet. But leave it up to you guys, the image you guys want to hold. If you want to slaughter them all, go ahead. You want to knock them down and then arrest them? You're showing the world what kind of adventurers you are now. They got their eyes open.
Although I can say, who here has a large amount of Aether and has rather good control of it? If you do, raise your hand, please. Okay. Aster. Luckily, what I can do is I can procure proxies.
I was going to ask if that would be an option.
Yes. Just in case the worst of scenarios occurred, I can see if I can procure one. At least one for you and one for whoever else is going on the other quest. This is just in case.
If not for any of us, if we do happen to encounter any prisoners, it'd be good to try and treat them as quickly as possible. Reduce the amount of threat that they present themselves as.
It takes a massive amount of Aether. Do not use it until you are either finished with clearing the place, or, if truly the worst does come to pass, on your ally. Someone almost got tempered in Ishgard. One of you did. Next time, if it's not someone who has a resistance to it, be on standby. But understand, you may have a lot of Aether, but if you do this, you are done.
Well aware, ma'am.
Then I will see to it that they are at least outside the location, outside of the prison for when you all enter, and when we send you to a city-state dungeon, I will make sure one's outside for that other group. So I need to train you. Who will be the other person?
It's going to be someone with a lot of Aether, so...
I'd rather us not have to volunteer someone.
I could.
I would prefer a healer.
I'd be down
Someone
for
who
the
can
count
stand
afterwards,
back.
but I do have control and a bit of reserve.
Then, once it's said and done, if you both are available after, I will take you both to Charlian to teach you how exactly to utilize them, if you are available. Very well. Those two need to be on different quests, regardless of... Yeah, make sure that's written down.
I'll make sure it's done. Gotcha.
Is there any other questions, concerns? If not, we will let you have at the list. Cough, that will be posted after session. Cough.
When are these looking to be done by? Like, when are we going?
It is going to take a fair amount of preparation. A couple of days.
Alright. I just asked because I wish to join Aster in the rebuilding of Ishgard.
Oh yes, no, you have plenty of time to go help Ishgard rebuild it first.
Everyone will have time to be able to go help out with the rebuilding of Ishgard in between that time.
All right.
Of course.
That is good to hear.
Yes.
Alright, any other questions? No? Then you're free to sign up as you see fit.
Go on,
That
don't
is
be
all.
shy. This is the start of a new.
What I
already here.
What I would say is, while you are all together, it's not a bad idea for some of you to maybe do something that, honest to God, we've been needing to do for a hot minute. Train together. See what y'all do. Practice a little bit. I don't think every one of you knows exactly what your abilities are capable of. Respectfully.
After watching that blow from that ranger, I definitely felt, there's a bit of a discrepancy.
I realized something.
Those guys
Would the blue
don't feel bad
carrot
about
assist
that.
you?
I need to work on
Just those suits are designed
my
to
Aether
make
capacity.
them about as strong as
Sign up
they
for
were.
one together.
All sorts.
Or at least
Might be nice to
try.
work together again.
I guess if anybody wants training against Survivor, I'm here.
Good tell.
Our friend there. Where they need us.
Yes, of course.
I need to ask around him.
I'm here.
Do you happen to know if your brother's
I'm also here.
blessed, so to speak?
He's not.
Protection,
Still
as
learning
he
from
said.
my viper, but I can be a
I
best
see.
gunbreaker
He
trainer.
We'll
does
want
not
to
have the echo.
prioritize,
But we've never fought a primal, so I don't know if that's.
Of course, like I stated. Mainly we'll go with
Generally
I have since been taught
wanted.
it's not to do with the
One guy
echo,
around here that I could probably talk to.
unlike what we thought years ago.
Then I have no idea.
A blessing of luck, so to speak. Hard to say then.
It seems like a thing that needs to be tested
Maybe
in the
something
moment.
to
And not.
Ether pools.
We're not hunters.
Yes, my biggest concern would be putting your brother in danger.
We can,
At the very least,
we can handle that.
Zayza and I have encountered tempered and primal both before in the past. We know that we have
Something that would be greatly appreciated. I wouldn't be
something
A certain amount of protection.
There's still another blue carrot in the storeroom. I'm not
I
sure.
could probably do it too, but I would prefer someone who prioritizes healing to do it.
She's likely going to return it when she's
I'm
I'm a viper.
realizing.
less likely
If you
to
want
samurai.
to sign up
you
for
know,
either one of the jobs, you
heavily
can.
injured fighting.
I'll at least make this
I'm
known.
realizing more and more I need to work on my Aether capacity. I was getting exhausted during that last fight. I need to.
Before questioning ended.
I don't think I'd be able
You should wear
to
less clothes when you're around here.
run the proxy.
And regulate your body temperature. That's what I do.
We'll leave it up to you.
Mark has always been.
The worst advice ever, but
That's fun.
Mark has always been better at stuff than I am.
After the Ishgardian one.
If
just need
everyone
to
wishes
train
to
you.
train with
I
a
guess
Dark
we'll
Knight,
There's plenty
just
of
let me
us.
know.
When we're going to
I'll be available.
If you wish to train your new lifts,
Sorry, I'm just.
your
learning
skills
to use
and
them well
your
with one's Aether is a slow but
It's a lot more speedy.
very doable process.
Yes, I just need to work at it. Been too busy not practicing.
I can understand that.
Yes.
Realize
Though I suppose, well, you
carrots in the
both
storeroom.
do travel everywhere, don't you?
Yes, we've been to
Yes.
pretty much every part of the.
Three of us, at least, at some point in time, will be seeing each other once again in Charlian.
researching,
Viper style.
Mm.
Fighting with two swords
finding
is
out
one
what
thing.
alchemical properties they hold and how their true potential.
God, I shouldn't have drinking that last one.
At the very least,
Oh.
I'm willing to
Oh?
split a blue
Make you drowsy?
and hand it to each party.
No, just.
So that the one handling the
sign up, you might
proxy
see that day
is
soon.
going to be completely
But no, there was
Didn't.
there was someone in there who was claiming
Just how much Aether
they
spent
were
using that.
every little
a god
should
in
have
the other world.
at the very
It's
least.
appreciated.
Well, it's a little
Interesting.
more tutorial.
Anything
Really just
that best
And
I find that
multiple
very
people.
difficult to believe
provide.
over there.
Exactly,
From
and
some other
there was
world
a
come
couple
here.
people though that collaborated. That's
Massive game
the.
hunters,
That's why I
kinda like
took a
a-
drink.
Kind of like
per
some
se.
adventurers
Then
over
I'll see
here.
to it that they receive.
I would too. I'll drink to that.
You'll
But
drink to
yes.
a lot of things.
Flourish to their style than
Yeah, especially that.
in the proper combat stance.
I'll at least see what I can.
Well,
She'll take a drink to drink it.
I guess I'll have to ask then.
Damn right.
Which one do you want to go on? Because we're going to be separated, so.
If there is a risk of encountering Tempered, I would say it's probably best for me to accompany them out.
It's their choice.
Yeah.
But I guess
That being said, I
prefer that one too.
probably into the prisons, and
will it have been
well, I'm not exactly fond of cramped spaces, so.
Ooh, that does suck ass, but I think I could help.
I don't mind the cramped space.
I know for a fact I'm going. I know for a
If
fact
anything,
I'm
you
signing
can
up for the
choose.
prison.
I will do the opposite.
Kurt, I feel like at this stage, Kurthus as a whole is part of my responsibility.
Don't worry about holding back.
For one reason or another, considering this camp is my home, and by extension Kurthus and Ishgard itself, I'll be willing to help out with the prison mission however I
I mean, if that
can.
was the
Either
logic used, then wouldn't that just mean Eorzea and then the star? But then wasn't that like the whole point of you and your kin?
one piece at a time
After
for
our
me here.
star.
One piece at a time for me. I'm only one lot
Very
rat.
well.
I can't
Very
look
well.
after the entire star by myself. And
Of course,
hopefully,
that's why you
if
got
the
us.
research that Boonchacha is doing with the blue carrot pulls through, and better than I could expect, then you may not need to expend all of your ether in order to get that Porksy up to charge.
Perhaps.
I'm going to be
There are some things that white mages are known to do.
Make sure that you're ready to go.
Dangerous and not
Yes,
well looked
if I
upon.
I was about to say, if I recall right,
Be
you
spending
draw
minutes.
from ambient ether rather than your own.
Yeah, we are wont to
So-
try to give back anywhere we can.
Of
Unless
course.
we take too much. Make fools of ourselves and repeat
After
the
all.
past.
Exactly. We need not repeat what happened for the 6 Umbral.
Yeah, I was just about to say, let's just not pair you with a black mage.
I might have to find us a hunt to go and do.
Goodness gracious.
But yes.
The Jolly would not have trusted me with a responsibility such as this if they thought that I would
Well, Ned is here.
aim not to let them down.
Yes.
And
The intervening time will aid with the
I
restoration
doubt
effort as
we'll
much as we
be
can.
working together with this since they already have two
And mayhaps
two
get my
healers,
hands
and
on a machinist jobstone.
I don't know if having an extra one would be too many.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Given the recent
There's
happenings.
at least 5 healers, so it's going to be 3 and 3.
Yeah.
While helping out,
Oh, yeah.
maybe someone from the
I'm not sure how big the parties are
Never
sending
know.
down there is what I'm saying, but in case I am not working with you,
Well, apparently half and half.
Machinist
stay
jobstone
safe.
is a tertiary concern. I am more than happy to employ my
We'll
skills
be
as a
together.
strategist.
Hmm.
I think that's
Making
don't know if
people
that-
aware of, any ambushes that may be occurring. Any big
I don't know if they're
windups
sending
that
down like a
is
light
charging that may
party
not be
or like
seen.
more of a full party, you know?
I am one of Heidelin's
Probably going to be more of a
personal
full party.
creations.
Fair
If
enough.
not more. There are going to be other people here.
Also, please look after yourself.
Very much an
If you get
Of
yourself into
course,
trouble,
of
then the rest
course.
of us have to try to get you out of it.
See,
At the very least,
I know that
I
up
won't
by
be
the
too
peaks,
much used to a
there's bone
tempered.
crawler. It's causing some trouble.
You'd be surprised.
The fringes.
It's not like I could exactly throw a haymaker.
No, but you're capable of carrying a dagger. And I, for one, am not looking
Well,
forward
when
to
given
trying
to me, of
steal
course.
my ribs. Whether they be, you know,
Of course,
someone as
of course.
small as you or as tall as a Rogadin.
By all means, I'll keep myself safe as much as I can.
I've got one of those.
I was surprised to hear that someone was almost tempered during the Ishgardian mission. I felt no such taint on my soul.
Alright. Feel free. It's a bit of a big one.
I think it was you.
So make sure to be careful.
Yes, it must have been trying to go for somebody else.
I assume it was the people fighting the.
Make sure to go
yeah,
with people.
who had
Exactly.
clashing swords with
I
it.
am merely a strategist. If any enemies try to pay attention to me, that's attention they're not paying to you, offering you valuable time to subdue them.
Okay.
Yes, very well.
Anybody like
My
to take
primary
it
skills
to
at this
the
current
step?
is my quick wit and my fast feet.
Feet. What'd you say?
Anybody
What
wanna
about
take a
feet?
trip to the Asm Step where you're
What?
fucking a beast?
Clearing up a bit more.
I want a
That's a
drink.
cute way of saying
Also
that.
have a train to catch, so I'll pass.
I didn't say never.
Though, mayhaps I
Do we sign
can...
up here? Or do we
I know Slate has put
I think
the
we're
gun I
waiting for
obtained
people.
from Ishgard into storage. So, mayhaps during the week,
I don't
I
believe
can,
we're ever getting pulled
during the
into
turns of the moon, I can try to
There's got to be one.
target practice. Make sure I'm not accidentally going to hit one of you, should the need arise.
I mean,
Yeah,
training
that
is
would be
always
very
good.
bad.
Of course.
I actually achieved my first big hunt the last time I went there. You saw
But we can do this.
The moment
I know we
touch it,
can.
I'm telling you.
All we need to do is
Creators
prepare.
I'll follow suit.
Yep.
Oh, I meant
If
if you
to do
killed
another
several
midnight
giants,
ride
you're
up
gonna
the
just stop
foundation to
kidnapping
listen to
So if you wish to train,
read out a bunch of
to make sure your endurance and your strength are up to snuff, then by all means, do so.
I mean, that's the plan.
He almost actually snapped. I'm gonna be honest.
You can do it later.
Need to...
Maybe bolster your ether reserves.
My axe off my
Hmm.
back.
Yeah, I'm going
Or I could do it
to.
after.
Prepare yourself. Gather ether. Or,
Mhm.
well, ethers. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean, yes.
Either way, we're going to make sure we're
You
okay.
should be scared. I prefer to do it after.
This is what I am now. Might
It's
as well
fucking
just
long.
say
I hate this
retirement.
That's what makes me angry.
I hear fireworks at the moment.
But I'm prepared to
I think
help
I'd actually
however I
bust my
can.
ass if I did
I'm a
that.
member of the
I think I'm
guild,
knocking over.
just like the rest of us.
Do paperwork at a desk.
The roast. Sorry.
But you know,
I
if
was
anything,
kinda
I
hungry,
can
I
just
thought I
do a
missed
little
out.
bit of training if I could just have them out.
Oh fuck! I don't know what you're chumming.
Controlling
My
them
mind's
is
all over the place.
already
Hmm.
took a bit to learn.
Practice will make perfect sooner or later.
Hmm.
It's much easier than just
I feel more stressed out.
than the balancing this.
out.
Yes.
No, into your lungs, not your...
What are you talking about, sister?
Alright, I said easy, I meant harder. Sorry, words.
Wait, where else could I suck
You
my
have to
ass?
balance
I
four
was about
things.
to say.
What?
But
I mean, technically, I have to balance like 12 different cards as well, but that's easier. There are the
I'll talk with Ryder.
material that makes it easier.
Understands what's happening, at least. Ryder's sitting on his own in a corner in
You
the
have to
snow.
keep those all moving individually.
Pretty sure he
He's
understands.
having a right moment.
also,
You even
last
offered
time
his
I
assistance.
once
Well, you guys didn't give me the name Saving Way for no reason.
absolutely butchered
I'll make sure to
myself.
live up to it.
We're going out there, right? We're
luck.
going out there just hunting just a real simple critter, alright? Not even an S, not even an SS, just an A.
Yeah.
And I get out
Well,
there,
I
right?
see, I'm about
My
to-
axe
Fine,
ready,
names are
just
Frampton.
about to go ahead and just head right on out there and go ahead and tackle this thing. And then these three
Want me to
dudes
write your
stop
name
and
down?
they're just like, hold on, you don't know the new way of actually doing this. They trick this creature into getting stuck on a fucking hill and then just sitting there pelting it from a distance till it died. When I tried to say, why didn't we just go fight it normally? What the hell is this bullshit? And they're just like,
Probably
"Alright, old
should
man,
scarier
you don't
than
know
I
the
get
thought.
new
over
ways."
practicing.
Oh,
Never has.
oh, I still do.
Okay.
You almost stabbed her with your staff.
Then go take on one.
You almost penetrated me. I was really fucking scared, I'm gonna be honest.
That's why we took considerable training learning how not to hit people with our backpacks.
My turn.
Yet we still do,
Prison.
on purpose.
It was me.
Truly.
Wait, what? Oh, you're talking about signing the thing.
Well, we'd be going all the way to Doma, so across the world.
If it's far, I'll use the Aetherical, but if it's something close, I'm just gonna walk my house.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going.
I
My
don't know
bad.
if that's gonna be helping me anytime soon.
To the steps, so you've never been to Doma, so we need to take him either way.
Yeah, we have to go.
But hitting someone with my hips on accident counts as violence, or...
Technically.
Depends.
Shit on purpose.
No, I don't. I would never.
Technically.
Aha.
Ooh, I need to stop by. Fuck me. Alright, I'm gonna maybe get in like a 2-hour nap. I have to go to Charlene to visit that therapist.
Yes.
So by the way,
Completely forgot I had to go do
if it all require our services as gatherers, me and my brother, for the rebuilding of the city, let us know. We're very used to this kind of work.
Oh, there is. Oh, don't you worry about that. There definitely is. They like to use a lot of stone and stuff, actually, not exactly from the area. A lot of the rock and stuff there is a bit worn over time, so feel free.
Figure then make sure we
I
offer.
remember the T-Rex person. They broke a lot of rocks and chopped down a lot of trees, and they left the pile over right behind here. If you want to take some of those materials up to Ishgard, it would probably be appreciated. And can be used for refurbishing and the fire.
Considering that he gathered a lot of it, though, and then you're gonna be the one taking it, are you okay with splitting a bit of the sum with him?
I mean, that's fine. All I care is that making sure the people are okay.
I like that. Keep up that attitude.
You're just doing it for warrior training.
I'm aware he's doing really good. I want you to know that. He's doing better than most.
He's doing the thing.
Yes.
My observation.
He's doing the thing.
As one of the
I'll go ahead and get this started and then sign.
What are we talking about?
Can I sign it off now?
He observed something, and he's going to tell me it.
Unless it's something of.
I observed something that I really don't want to say.
Oh? Well, you can't just say that and not communicate it, you know. You can't withhold knowledge.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Go from
Surely I
Charlene,
can.
you should know.
My favorite.
Exactly.
Wait, shit, no, that's what you do. Fuck.
Exactly.
Completely honest with you, the guild does not matter much to me.
And then to Kugane.
I like really simple.
I'll get him.
If you all
Hmm.
are immediately available.
If you'd like, I can share you the best ways to mess with him.
If you are a little bit busy, have
Oh, I threatened to throw my boot at him. We tend to...
Dead. True sibling energy.
Day or so might give me some time to prepare some materials and such, as well as offer my services up in the
He hates it when you water his bread.
I don't know how long.
That's
You like dry bread! You...
Did I not make this quite apparent?
Exposure to any of it has been through.
I like it as it is, as it comes out of the oven.
Truthfully,
I have to be with him. Wet bread is disgusting.
It's not the most.
Oh, I'm talking about Archon though.
To actually ignore that. When it comes to actually.
Why would you make it wet? It's already disgusting.
Oh, it's really dry.
It's not just disgusting.
It's like sawdust.
It's because it's so dry.
It has to be timed actually.
To make it actually
Because
edible.
it's mostly just fucking powder.
But the.
Yes,
it's
But the biggest
baked
thing
Why
is
would you
actually
eat that?
Getting reaction in the first
It gives you all of your nutrients that you need. And it will fill your
You can do
stomach.
that on a balanced plate.
Yes. Well, and I.
It's very easy.
In the middle of a fight trying to cure
It's portable, you can take it anywhere. And you don't need to eat much afterwards. You can have one loaf and you're good for the rest of the day.
You don't have space for a fucking lunchbox in that backpack of yours.
Surprisingly not.
Exactly.
What? You don't?
Carry a lot of things.
I have, yes. I have a lot of contraptions in that backpack. A lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean a lot.
We actually carry less than most normal gleaners because we work in a pair. So we sort of share the load with things we can. And even then, we don't have much for room for rations, so we keep a lot of Archon loaf because it's good for that.
It's easy.
Regardless, if you wish
It's
to head
portable.
to Charlie again as soon as possible, I have no...
You get acquired to the taste.
You don't.
I personally like it.
Do
You don't.
Thank you.
Like the place.
Thank you for being honest.
My own sister betrays me yet
How
again.
dare you lie to me?
I don't lie to you.
Check with him.
No, he's just developed brain damage from having things thrown at his head too much.
Do you want to go drink?
Ah,
Yeah,
that
okay.
makes more sense.
We'll go get drinks. I'd much
He's
rather...
not
My
the-
own
he's not the
sister
part that-
fully make
betrayed
sure
me.
before trying to
Left me down low.
Messy business.
Just like drinking.
The part of his brain that tells him that Archon life is gross has been destroyed.
Abandon me.
Oh, well, I guess.
Lady
be here
Luna
for
says
this.
she would like to perhaps try
Oh, wait,
to
are these supposed to happen in the
Old
same
Charlie
day?
in within the hour, if you didn't hear.
Yes. So you sign up for one of them.
So,
Right,
you
I
and your
understand.
sister still-
Do you want to?
Oh,
do you want to
wait a
take?
minute.
Do you want to take my research notes so you have some more to show?
They're happening at the same time out of character. The first is the city state.
I hope it's enough. Yes, please.
All right.
Yes, please. I don't want to get hit in the head with a boot by going there again. Already, after only a week.
I don't know. I'm gonna be
I'll
here for a while.
pass.
It's gonna be
Okay.
harder to
Those
show
lots
here.
of boots.
But
Because it's what's available on her
I don't know.
person.
I got a train ticket here.
A good gleaner
There's at
always
least
has.
4 at all times.
Yeah.
But
2 of them are okay. 2 of them are really,
Yeah.
really bad.
A good gleaner always has at least one extra spare pair of boots at all times.
I mean, yeah, I can see him right there.
Mm.
It's just gonna be harder to make it
Yes,
here.
because if you go into a place where it gets your boots dirty, you need to wear the other pair.
I'm sure
I'm
you've
gonna
figured
be
out enough
in-
in these past few days. You
Yeah,
might be
whatever
able
the
to
train takes me, and then
appease
whatever
them,
I
show
can
them,
walk from
"Hey,
there. I'm just
look,
gonna
boss,
explore the
I've
continent, I guess.
found some things. We've learned some information from
Try not
those
to,
who've been on the
Look
other
at all
side
of this
as well.
research I
Come
have on the
here.
other side. Please
Oh,
don't throw shit at me.
I almost forgot.
It's going to be like back in the
Oh, sorry, huh?
again, having to write a report in an hour.
Also, there's a
Mark.
special drink up there.
It's fine, you've got
I almost
plenty
forgot.
of Archon loaf that I
Here are
told you
the
over.
constellations from the other side.
It's the good stuff.
Ah, yes, this actually might be the saving grace.
Yes. If you can make sure to get the copy back to me so I can provide it to Bunchara. I promised it.
Nice.
Very well.
Meantime, promised you a drink. We'll go. Come on.
Yeah. I already promised Ryder to have a drink to at least calm our nerves.
Well, if
So
he wants to
that's
join
convenient
us,
for us at least.
Nothing wrong
Is
with
it?
Yeah.
drinking in groups.
Other
I
companies
suppose
they
we're
want
going
to
for a drink.
Small drink before we set off for
Drink
Ishgar.
it is.
Well, apparently I am not going to Ishgard, I'm going to Charlian.
Okay. Then me and her shall go to Ishgard at least.
Do
Every
all the
little
work
helps in terms of
that
the
I can.
restoration.
At least for today, when you guys go.
You guys
I will be there when we get back, though.
Very well.
Alright.
Let's at least calm our nerves a bit.
Have a drink first.
Indeed.
Of course.
Have a drink. This time, not about some sort of deity of purity.
But about preparing for
actually
what's to come.
Yes. You should probably. You should host a toast.
Mm.
You got good ones.
This is sweet and light. I got an idea for you.
What's me or scheming way?
You like rum?
I do. The one with good words.
Fuck you.
Scheme is not always a bad thing.
Get me a drink too, please.
Okay,
Something
you're having what
light.
he's having? Oh. Okay. Something light. And?
Yes, something light, please.
Yeah,
Okay, you guys like light and sweet?
for the road. Yeah, sounds good.
By all means.
Alright, I'll get a big bottle of that open then. For you as well?
Something light as well. Same thing you're getting my brother.
Okay.
Oh,
fucking hate this counter.
Me.
There's
Move
one.
back down the bar.
What's eating at you? Two.
There we go.
You said something like you're drinking
Yes.
with regular, yeah? Take this fireball with you.
Very well.
Please. And here's your rum, spiced.
Many thanks.
And then thinking about one more for Aster, one for me.
Warms the soul, it does.
The bigger picture.
Mm.
I'm gonna scream about this counter. It's better to focus on what can be
You and everyone else.
instead of what could have. Well, I just want to like lean over and I'm like, am I pouring this correctly? And then I like feel like I jump up on it.
I feel like
Drives
I
me
go
crazy.
I put my arm around and then boom, I freeze.
Don't find yourself. You freeze. I
don't
jump
know
up on the
why.
counter. Maybe it's my grippers though. I don't know.
Surely you have experience with this. Surely there have been plenty of people that you wished you could have saved at those times.
Here we go.
Saved our star and countless different
That's good.
We got it.
I'll move over if need be.
countless times you fought on our behalf. Surely there are times when you regret not taking a specific path, not reacting sooner to something, or maybe staying
Just putting my bag down.
somewhere else when maybe you could have been somewhere already.
I have to say a few words, at least. If it weren't for the combined efforts of the Adventurers Guild, Ryder wouldn't be able to come back home. That's a certainty, alongside everyone else who went with him. When we're together, even people who are just gleaners in more or less the wrong place at the wrong time, well, we can accomplish amazing things together. Possibly enough to rival you.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah.
I'll drink to
Yeah.
that.
Together, we'll handle these problems, and Athena will be defeated, one way or another.
You need not heed our word. At the very least. Maybe put some faith in them.
You.
And if you can't believe in yourself, please believe in us. Goodness knows you've been fighting for us long enough.
Believe in the me that believes in you.
Must have seen something. worth saving.
Exactly.
You are right, though.
Alright, this is sweet.
There's
Right.
time each and every person who has taught me a lesson in my life has died. One way or another. It's always something that's hung over me.
Well, mayhaps we can break that cycle then.
It
Have I-
is not
have I taught you any
something that
lessons?
one so simply moves on from. I think what he's trying to say is that no matter what happens to any of us, we all lose someone eventually. Maybe we lose another and another. What I would hope that Sir Ryder or anyone else takes from that lesson is that it doesn't have to hold you back.
All right. That's Hard End. I hope you all enjoyed.
Can spur you on, inspire you. That no life should ever again be lost, even if you know that it's not true. Another will be lost. You give up now, they're all lost, aren't they? continue walking and taking each step. One at a time.
One step at a
Yeah.
time. There is no need to go a mom a minute.
Just gotta put one foot in front of the other and keep going.
That was really hard for a while, honestly. Well, when my feet got funny.
Well.
Yeah.
A lot of things that grab hold us back.
By Heidelin, we'll make it through.
The small steps.
One way or another.
Small steps or big steps. So steps.
We're not gonna let Athena nor some red mist return us to the live stream early.
No. I dare say, with enough determination, one could walk to the very edge of existence, couldn't they? Not literally, of course. You know, bloody massive ship.
Of course, of course.
Just need a teeny tiny toy boat.
The toy boat, yes.
Teeny tiny toy boat.
That's what you called it?
Oh, absolutely. It's Farshanon's teeny tiny toy boat.
I mean, it definitely
What
makes
else
a
would we
change
supposed
from
to call
the
it?
name, you know. The Enterprise. The other things that Sid calls all of his other ships, and then teeny tiny toy boat.
I think
I wave with my paw.
I think the official name was something like the Ragnarok or something.
What?
No, I like the toy boat one better.
Is that strange?
Nah, it's the tiny boat. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's the toy boat.
Oh.
Ringing in the head.
There's no need to go a mom a minute.
You ever had a drink so good your clothes blow off?
What?
No.
I would
No.
prefer to not happen. At least
I've drank so good I forgot where I put my clothes when I woke up, but they didn't come off when I drank.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm just asking if anyone's had it. Like,
Guess it's not that good then.
I
hypothetical.
know some of my kinsmen in Limsa might make one believe otherwise, but we do often like to wear clothes.
As one of your kinspeople, I very much like my clothes.
I also like my clothes on my person, especially when it's snowing outside.
There have been a lot of nights in Limsa, let me tell you.
These clothes are very.
Especially,
I have to agree.
These clothes are very comfortable, durable, and they're very easy to wear.
The lovely ladies of Limsa.
You put enough drinks in people in Limsa, they will very quickly.
There's no need to go a
forget
mom a
what they
minute,
put in their clothes.
but I know I need to walk a mom today. So,
I'll drink.
shall we?
Fair enough.
Lovely wife.
Let's make our efforts known to Ishgard.
Drink to you, drinking for your lovely wife.
She's the only person.
Don't worry. You two won't be separated from your sibling dickery for too long.
Well, you only
Anything,
bicker
just
like
make sure to watch over her,
35% of the time.
Only so you gotta pump those
Hey,
numbers up. You
I do
gotta
what I
get it
can
to
to
at
bring a
least
smile to people's
70.
faces.
These.
I got a rough
It's
start.
just gotta bring up bread and it happens.
I mean, yeah, that was
Right.
Stay safe.
I still have the green carrot with me. Frankly, I never took it off.
We still got a lot working for me. At least.
I need to at least double check in the storeroom to see if Slate actually put it there or if he's just accidentally keeping it for himself.
Hmm.
Yeah, he did. Okay, good.
Alright, let's head up then.
Yeah, let's. At the very least, we'll be ahead of the curve on the restoration.
Oh no, he didn't fall asleep. Good. You alright?
Yeah.
Just tired.
Alright. You just looked like you just looked.
Blame you.
You looked
That's
like you
all
fell
you,
asleep.
please.
Yeah, you looked like you fell asleep there for a moment, then you'd probably freeze to death in the cold like this.
My fur is good. Don't worry. I'll be okay.
I was about to
Okay. Make sure you rest when you can.
Me and
We've done
us two are
the.
heading over to Ishgard to aid in restoration.
All right, go right ahead.
Stay safe. Thank you for what you do for us.
Yeah.
If no one said it yet.
We'll keep ourselves safe in turn. It'll be a long trek for my legs. But hey.
Oh, keep up.
I was about to say, your legs are taller than me.
If I have to carry you, I'm going to be annoyed.
You carry enough on that knapsack as it is.
My point.
Alright, I think it's safe for us to end now.
Yeah.
We're already past hard end. I could stop the recording now.
Sneak behind this tree.